But it's the
You're
passion.
gonna make me get, I don't want to get into this debate.
It's the passion. I'm telling
but hear
you,
what
bro.
I'm saying. I don't disagree with you.
He's too back.
But I'm scared to death. I'm scared to death that Huss is going in the studio with the mind frame of, yo, these Americans. That's where that. You lot are fucking stupid idiots. You know that? You lot are fucking. You're so thick.
This is like, bro, this is beyond the reach. Like, I don't. This is Stretch Armstrong in the fullest. Like, I don't know what is going on here, bro.
But yeah, I'll call you when I'm ready for it. I'll call you, bro.
No, my number, my guy.
How are you, my G? I got Craig on the couch today, everyone.
What's good? What's good, people, man?
How are you? How you feeling, my G?
Bro, I'm amazing, man. I feel like I'm in the form of my life.
Oh my god! You know we talked about you on the pod.
Yeah, I saw it.
Is it, yeah?
Come on, you know,
you're the guy,
your
man.
Stuff. No, seriously, shout out to you and Tigo, man. Like, I even messaged Tigo and I was like, bro, appreciate
this camera feels really, really close to me, by the way. I don't know why.
No, it looks about the same on the.
Is it?
On the lens, yeah.
It's mad. What? Something feels different.
The tip of the carpet, pause.
Huh? You saw the carpet hasn't moved.
No, carpet hasn't moved.
It's to the tip, bro.
Alright, say no more.
Pause. But yeah, no, man. I'm in the form of my life, man. Like, and I don't even mean just like professionally. I mean like personally, physically. Yeah. I've been going gym regular. I was just saying this to the guys.
I noticed that.
Yeah, but like the key thing for the gym is because everyone does the gym beginning of the year, and I usually do that and then trickle off, but. It's the eating I'm getting right now. And that's what's making me feel
that's
like...
the difference.
Bro, it's got me feeling like different. Like I just feel different. I feel healthy. I'm getting older, but I haven't felt this good in a while.
Right.
Like I just feel more sharp. Obviously I dropped out certain habits that were just slowing man down.
You know I was going to bring up bad habits, just quickly.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about bad habits, but I will go to that in a bit. Go on.
But no, I just feel good, man. Like I've always been someone mentally that's been quite good. Like I've always been good with my mental, but yeah, it's just the physical now. When you get the physical and mental and that balance is like, you feel like it's on par.
100.
Bro, it's just, I feel good.
I'm back in the gym now as well. And I'm eating well.
You're a regular gym goer though.
Yeah, but you know what? Okay, so this is what's happened, yeah? So I went through a stage where I was battering gym on it, whatever, and I looked great. Then I fell off. And then... Like, there was a time, where I'd still go to the gym, but I wasn't training, though. And I wasn't eating well. I was just trying to stay in the mix, which is a good thing. I always say to people sometimes, sometimes all you actually need to do is just stay in the mix. However you can do that, just find a way to stay in the mix.
Yeah.
So I'd still go to the gym just so that I didn't completely fall off. Like, I just didn't have a routine. I just wasn't eating well. But I was still kind of there, just waiting for the day that it would just click back in again. And then boom. The beginning of this year, I'm so in. I've been every day. Since I come back from Amsterdam. I've been every day. I've been every day, eating well, training, back to feeling like some of that muscle memory is coming back as well. Like, you get what I'm saying? Battering the pull-ups and that's my thing. Press-ups.
I need to get on pull-ups. I've always shied away from pull-ups.
Can you pull yourself up yet?
I can pull myself up, but it's just about getting reps in. And
Yeah.
it's just like, pull-ups is like, there's nowhere to hide with pull-ups.
Yeah, I know.
Like, it's literally you and the bar.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so difficult. And I think that's why, like, bar work is like the most, it's the proper form of working out. Like, it's and I've always kind of shied away from that. I always prefer machines and stuff like that. But I'm gonna get on that this year.
Have you got a PT or are you just doing it?
Just me. Cool. Like, I know do you know what? I do need a PT if I'm being honest. Like, just to push myself that extra bit. Because sometimes I'll be in there and I'll get a bit comfortable, like stay in a weight bracket that's just too comfortable. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm still feeling something, but
wait, have you ever asked anyone to come in and say, "Can you spot me quickly"?
I have, but do you know what it is? I don't like when people do it to me, so I don't like asking people to do that.
Oh, really?
I don't like when I'm in the middle of a workout and then someone interrupts my workout to like. I don't like it because I'm in my zone with my music and I'm doing my thing in it, and like when someone asks you to spot, you got to be like, yo, pause it, come over, and then it kind of disrupts my flow.
I hear that.
Like, if someone asks me, I'm not going to be like, no. But I'm always hoping someone don't ask. Like, so. Okay.
Well, I asked that only because if you never do that, then you're definitely never pushing yourself.
No, listen, I get why people ask. Like, if you ain't got a trainer, you ain't got a gym partner. So you're gonna need that sometimes. Especially if you're on like the bench. If you're on the bench, like, what are you gonna do? Lift mad weights and then just let it land on your fucking neck.
That's a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
That's a fucking nightmare.
But I need to push myself. That's the only thing. But see, when I said I'm eating better, it's not even just like, not eating takeaways, which I'm not doing. It's more. I clocked last year. Now the age I'm at, what food I don't agree with and what I do agree with. And for a while, I was just ignoring that. So even if it's like healthy, but my body don't agree with it, I was eating it before. I'm not doing it now.
What were they?
Cheese, like, and it breaks my heart. Like, see me, I'm a cheese lover, bro. Like, see me and cheese. Like, I love cheese. I can have it in a sandwich. Obviously, slap it on pasta. Like, I love cheese. I think it transforms a meal. But I've realised, brother, it's just last year, it really took its toll on me. Like, I would eat cheese. Next day, I wake up, stomach, toilet. Like, it's a crime scene. So, like, now, it's a crime scene, Chuck. So, like, now I'm like, you know what? I just gotta bite the bullet, man. Like, pause. And just drop it out, bro. And I've dropped it out and I'm seeing the difference. Like, I'm not bloating. Like, you know, you just little things that will give you the bloat. Like, the abs are having a bit more.
Yeah.
I'm feeling better in the morning. So I'm tweaking things now, man. And just...
You see as well, by the way, we see when you start getting that physical fitness, the physical element of it, you're just naked. Just because.
No, it's true.
You're just naked.
It's true, bro.
You're just naked. And you know what? You find yourself just doing certain things that like wedge people just naturally do. The way that you push your chest out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Stand
like
in the mirror a bit longer.
Yeah.
Like, see, before when I was out of shape, I'd get out of the shower in my bathroom, look in the mirror, and I'll be quick to get dressed, fam.
Move out of the way,
just dry myself, quickly get dressed. Now I might flex a little bit longer. Do little things I don't need to do, extra little creams. Like, it's just, I'm feeling myself right now.
Ironically, the belly is when you can be obviously mentally in a good space, and you can look good or look decent, or you could look as good as you do when you're dressed. Because some people only look good when they got clothes on.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, let's be clear, all just due respect. I hear it, Rick Ross and that. I hear it. The beard, the jewelry, it's all lit. Like, enough girls want to chop and that.
Yeah.
But you see the sight of that naked. It's different.
Horrible.
It's a whole, and like, respectfully, but it's a whole different, now you realise now, all of this stuff that you aspire to, you want this type of guy or whatnot, and now you're in the bedroom and you're down to your organic self.
Yeah.
You realise that you're in something now, something different. But if that translates the same way that it does when you got clothes on in some way, oh my God, it's a win.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, see, and you're right. See, girls, they're like, in general though, they are more mentally focused. I'm not saying girls don't care about the physical, because they do, but they're more like, there's guys out there that will compensate for maybe their lack of physique or even maybe their lack of drip with their game, their aura, their personality, and that's cool. But if you've got that and then you add the physique,
add it. Yeah,
what's you can't lose.
Exactly.
That's it. You're ticking all the boxes.
Yeah, exactly.
So for me now, I'm just like, all right, and I'm not where I want to be.
Yeah, no,
let me be clear.
It takes time.
But I'm way better than I was a month ago, and I'm like, when you start seeing those results, it just pushes you more.
Like, it's also when someone else starts seeing the results on you. That's the next part when you get extra inspired. When someone comes up to you and they like this, when they do this, when they say like, they might be like this. Yo, what's going on, brother? Yo, is that you? Yeah, and you're like, yeah, you know
man.
Yeah,
like what? Like, yeah,
you're like, yeah, what? Okay, what? Oh, were you going gym? Oh my God, bro! It makes you want to go to the gym that day.
Right then.
You
just drop out the.
Right then, you'll want to leave and go gym.
100%. Do you know what? I got a compliment from. I'm outing myself, but I got a compliment from a thing the other day. Yeah. And the way it gassed my ego, bro.
Serious?
I was like, gassed my ego. Because I hadn't had a compliment in the physique thing in a while. It wasn't like a mad compliment like, oh, you look like, but it was like, bro, you've been gymming a bit, innit? Like,
Love that.
Just a little one. And then it was like, that ego boost there. Yeah, I need to go. I need to keep going, man. I need to stay on it. Because I've got a vision of what I'm trying to do this summer.
Okay.
Swimming pools. Like, I've got a vision. You know, you got that vision. Like, I've got a vision, and that vision needs to come to fruition.
Yeah, I hear that. Let's go through bad habits quickly, actually.
Yeah, go on.
I might need you to use the screen quick. Like, I woke up today and I was thinking about one thing I'm still in the middle of doing is setting up my intentions and my goals and stuff like that. And I'm a little late on it. I've just had so much things to do, yeah. But that also goes to one of my bad habits. One thing that I've been doing over the last couple of years is like in detail breaking down things that I want to achieve, things that I'm looking to, things that are just sort of on my vision board, and it's broken down in different sections. So like personal, financial, career, and yeah, Like, wicked. So yeah, and then I just kind of detail all the different things I want to do or whatever. One of the things I woke up today, yeah, and I was like, I've gone back into a place where I'm finding it difficult to switch off. I just want to, I'm up, I'm straight at it. Like as soon as I get up, sometimes I got my laptop straight in my bed and I'm like back on. And then when I get home, like I'm doing the same thing. And then I'll be up just mad late or whatever. And then I'm just like, I just realized that I'm not switching off, which means, that I'm not managing my time. I'm not managing my time well, which obviously made me start thinking about bad habits and that, yeah. What is one of the bad habits that you've had from last year that you definitely want to or have been trying to like push to the side, if there is one?
One of the bad habits I would say for me, and it seems cliche, is just screen time, man, on my phone, but unnecessary screen time. Because obviously, like in our line of work, we have to be on our phone quite a lot. Do you get what I'm saying? Like social media is like involved in what we do, just checking up on things. Like you're always on your phone, but I still feel like there'll be little things. Like even when I'm just in my own social time, it don't even have to be work related. Like say I'm just sitting at home watching something on Netflix, I'll always find myself going. And then I look up, and in 5 minutes, I don't know what's going on in the world.
Yeah.
Or 3 minutes, like, and you miss key things. So it's like, for me, it's like, only pick up the phone if you really need to pick up the phone, man.
Right.
Like, I need to get my screen time down, because I felt like there was a period where I had it down. Maybe it was like the year, but 2021, so like 2 years ago, I was working on that. But last year, I just let it go, and then I just realized, I am glued to my phone unnecessarily, like even to the point where, like, you know, where you're on Instagram, or like, let's go Instagram for example, you might watch a few stories, like you scroll the timeline, all right, timeline done, and you might watch a few stories, and then you put your phone down and you feel like, all right, I've checked things, and then like 5 minutes later I'm in my phone again checking someone's story that I just saw 5 minutes ago, like they've just posted, like, but I just saw your story. Like, I don't need to keep staying on top of people's lives, and like, because it's not even conducive to what I'm doing.
Exactly.
Do you get what I'm saying? I know that's just part of the addiction we all kind of have now, but I'm trying to cut that down, man.
Have you actually gone and seen your screen time? I've never even looked at mine. I'm scared to death.
Yeah, I looked at it a couple of weeks ago. It was pretty bad. Let me try to.
I can't even do it.
Why?
Can I do it for you?
No.
I want to see.
But you know what? Also,
bro.
keeping in mind, that sometimes, like, look, I've got my screen on right now, but it's because I'm podding and I've got notes. And I do this.
No, let's compare though. Just scroll down. Just scroll down. Just type in screen time in the settings and it will pull it up. I want to compare, bro. I want to see, because mine is bad.
I think mine is horrid. Hold on 1 second.
What's your daily average?
I want to wait for charts so they will compare.
Are we going to do it, yeah?
Yeah, I want to know, because mine's not good.
Okay, turn on screen time. I don't even want to do that, but alright, cool. It's alright, fine. Would it already have...
You found it. It's in the settings.
Yeah, but mine, I turn my settings off.
Well, you turn the screen time off?
Yeah.
I didn't even know you could do that.
Can you do that? I wouldn't do that.
So there's nothing here. Wait, see all activity. Day, week. Yeah, there's nothing here.
Damn.
Yeah, I've got live still.
Mine's my daily average is 8 hours 19 minutes.
What's yours?
8 hours and 3.
8 hours and 3 minutes.
Close. It's close.
So I wonder if check your screen time, please, and then let me know, like, or just leave it in the comments. What's your screen time right now? I wonder if the average bad is 8 hours.
I mean, that's kind of mad. That I was
What
so
is the
close.
average? What is the average bad? That's what I want to know. The average bad, and then the average good.
Yeah, that's, bro. It's when you deep it though. That's like what?
8 hours. That is a long time.
Cool. So only 16 hours of your day. It's not only, but 16 hours of your day. I'm not on my phone.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And you got to remember, some of that 16 hours is sleep. No, 8 hours of that 16 is sleep. So you got to minus it from that. So the 8. So this, how many hours awake I'm on my phone is mad.
Yes.
So I can't confirm the source, but
What does it say here?
it says less than 2 hours per day outside of work-related activities.
Less than 2 hours a day.
Should be.
Let me read this here. Most experts agree that adults should limit screen time to less than 2 hours per day outside of work-related activities. 2 hours a day outside of work-related activities. But
That's why it gets blurry for us.
right, exactly. I was going to say that.
where people that work online and are on social media, and that's, you know, where they earn money and stuff, that's where it really gets blurred. Because I feel like that could be for like maybe a 9 to 5 or
Yeah.
do you get what I'm saying?
Because if you are a 9 to 5er, technically, let's just say you're working in law, wherever, or you're it could be anything. Usually your phone's supposed to just be away while you're doing whatever it is that you're doing. Do you get what I'm saying? But
we know that's not the case though.
What we
People be
found
sitting
here-
at their desk just on their phone.
Exactly.
The average
Is
person.
7 hours screen time, is 7 hours screen on the time good? Oh, this bit here. According to data, the average person spends 3 hours and 15 minutes on their phone each day. And 1 in 5 smartphone users spend upwards of 4.5 hours on average on their phones every day. So that means
So I'm doing almost double.
yeah.
But consider for work.
Yeah, consider for work. So add two. So then it's bad. It's still bad.
It's bad.
It's bad.
I've told you the habits I'm doing while I'm on it. I'm
of course.
rechecking things I don't need to check.
You're watching a film on it. You're in the gym on it. You're flipping.
Yeah.
You're just doing things where you could be a bit more present, basically.
Do you know what it is? What I should really do, and I can't tell everyone else how to maneuver on their phones, but for me, I should check each person's story I know that I'm interested in once a day.
Yes, true.
That would be like, so you know what I'm saying? You get to like 7 p.m. at a point in the day, or maybe in the evening before you go to bed, and then you just watch their whole story because that would be their day. Bam.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be watching someone's story 7 times in a day
fact.
and just like constantly it refreshes and they've added another post and
Yeah.
this
I
is what
know.
I'm saying. I feel like I'm just like, what's the point?
And in bare times, you keep going back to the person's flipping to their story, and you check it, and it just says 53 seconds.
Oh, that's the
Every
worst.
time.
That's the worst. When you land on someone's story and it's
I
and
hate it.
you know you're one of the first people.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
That's yeah.
I hate it when I'm the one to come in and I press the thing and it says 53 seconds. I hate it.
It's horrible.
I think I said on the last pod before with Taser, like sometimes I'll be honest with you, there's times where I've just had to just mute someone purely off the basis that like I'm looking at a thing, just wait, like I'm just there.
Yeah.
I'm always there. Like I'm just always there, and it's like there's nothing wrong. Like there's nothing wrong with the story. There's nothing wrong with anything. But it's like I'm finding myself just looking at your thing too quickly all of the time. So I'll mute for a tiny bit and then I'll just come back.
The thing is, when I mute, I forget sometimes I forget I've muted because when you
same.
mute them, you fully don't see them. Like, and if they don't post regular on the main feed, you can forget.
Yeah.
And then you're like, raw, like, and then I think people can pick up when they've been muted.
Yeah.
If you've been watching their thing regular,
Hard, and then all of a sudden
and
it
then for
stops.
2 weeks straight they don't see your thing on it. It's like raw, like there's something's obviously happened. Like,
Let's get off this quick. What's this here?
It was just looking at worldwide.
What are the common bad habits that people make? Quickly. I'm interested to find that out. I think that I probably do make a fair bit of them. I think one of them is I eat well, but not at good times. Sometimes I go fucking ages without eating. Yesterday, imagine I had my breakfast at like 12:30, and I was up from 8?
oh wow, are you a breakfast person?
Yeah,
Because a lot of people I speak to,
I eat breakfast. I do eat breakfast.
So do I.
I wouldn't say I'm a breakfast person, but I eat breakfast every day.
yeah, that's what I meant. You eat breakfast.
Yeah.
Because like the other day I was at like a little drink up gathering. This is like in December, and then we was talking about like breakfast and stuff, and I was like, yeah, I have breakfast, and then like majority of the people they were like, I don't have breakfast. And I'm
So
like,
were they having
"What?"
their first meal when?
lunch?
Yeah, that's bad.
It is bad.
Because you think about the fact that what time have they gone to sleep? If they've gone to sleep at 12, say they've gone to sleep at 12, yeah, which some of them probably have gone to sleep before that, you've gone a whole 12 hours with not eating anything. Sometimes I think, well, do you know what? I might have ate in my dream. If I ate in my dream, maybe my stomach's doing... Obviously, it's not getting the minerals, but it's working in a way that it thinks that it is. Do you get what I'm saying?
I can't function if I don't eat though in the morning. I need that energy, man.
Porridge for me, brother.
Now mine sometimes just light. It will just be like a banana and a yakko.
I'll swear.
Something light like that. And then,
It's porridge or granola and yogurt for me.
okay, you're on it.
But yeah, like I eat at weird times sometimes, and the next one is I eat too late, too at times.
What's too late for you?
Really, I should, if I'm going to bed my average time to go to bed is around 12, yeah. Really, I should not eat, apparently anyway, before like 9 o'clock. So sometimes I'll eat at like 11.
Swear.
Yeah,
I don't
10, 11. I have to, are you struggling there, my G?
No, they're kind of outdated. There was one from 2018, innit?
What does it say right at the top there? Are these all smoke? Those are shit.
Yeah, but like the ones that I saw from
Biting nails and that.
was like stuff like this, like
yeah, that's a common habit, biting nails.
there was one about like comfort eating.
Comfort eating.
It's big.
What about porn?
That's a big one.
Like here.
Porn has got to be a mad one.
These were like the bad habits.
We'll go to that in just a second. These are stupid. Some of these are stupid.
Right.
People ain't picking their nose in 2023, are they?
Bro,
And if you do, and to be honest with you, even if you do, that's light because I understand it
on the
occasionally.
train.
Not in public.
Not in public, but like if you got a little thing there and whatever, you just pull it out. You just pull it out, innit? And not in that.
But where you putting it?
But that's
Huh?
Where you putting it though? If you ain't got tissue, where you putting that?
Flick that.
Oh my days!
that,
On the
man.
tube, flick that on the tube.
Huh?
Is it a beef thing?
It's that. You just do that.
You're gonna
innit?
touch their bogey.
Who, mine? Oh, what if they...
No, you're saying
then they
if
have
you
to move
flick
that.
it and it lands on someone's crep.
Are we going to sit here and say we have not flicked bogey before?
Everyone's flicked a
Right,
bogey. Everyone has flicked a bogey, but on a tube is a mad thing. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I'm
like-
not doing it on a tube, but
That's
I've
crazy.
fucking... Yeah, but I've never needed to blow my nose or pick my nose on a train, to be fair.
Yeah.
But I don't know. All right, we'll get off that because whatever. But yeah, bad habits is definitely some. I'm looking at some of my bad habits, and I'm like, you know what? I want to just fix some of them. Responding. That's a bad habit that I have. The lack of response.
To what? Like just messages and
Yeah. So like, but
emails.
sometimes it's warranted. So like, I'm difficult to get hold of for anyone who doesn't really know me. Unless if you know me or it's work related, you're very likely to get some type of response from me. If you don't really know me, then I'm going to be honest with you, bro. It is, for some people, it's impossible. That's why sometimes, I'll be honest with you, I don't even mind giving out my number.
What?
I don't mind giving it out. Because you're never going to, if I don't want to speak, it's never going to happen.
Yeah.
And on top of that, can I be honest with you? And on top of that, even if you're on a trying to catch me out thing, it's not happening. I don't answer numbers that I don't know. I don't answer
At
private
all?
numbers. No. You got to text me.
enough.
And yeah, I don't answer numbers I don't know. I don't answer private numbers. And if I feel like it's someone who's got the personality trait of trying to catch me out, anybody that I think that you might be with that is going to call me in this moment, I just won't answer it. Yeah, that's fine. But it's the response of like, sometimes when I go through my emails, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to hit them back and then fucking the day just gets ahead of me. And
That happens.
Do you get
That
what I'm
happens.
saying?
I need to get better with WhatsApp messages in particular. So if you hit me on iMessage, I'm more likely to respond than if you hit me on WhatsApp. I just think WhatsApp, I've got groups, like so many things are going on WhatsApp. And then you got like certain people, you get them people that do broadcasts and they just like, it gets lost in there. And then if you message me there and it's not like important, sometimes I'll just be in bed after maybe 2 days and then I go down and then there's just tons of unread WhatsApp messages that like I haven't got back to. And it's not even on being rude.
That feels like a job in itself because then you're kind of like, having to lay there and respond to just a whole bunch of messages, which just takes time away from your potential time of sleeping or whatever.
Does your mood dictate when you respond to messages as well?
Yes.
Like mine is so heavily influenced by my mood. Like I could see a particular type of message, could even be a work related message, like maybe from like my agent or someone. And I might not be in the mood to respond to that. And it could be such a simple response. But if I'm just not in that mood right then
I can't do
to
it.
hit that back, I'll be like, I'm gonna revisit that in a couple hours or later today or something.
Yeah, and if I do message back, then I won't message back after that. Because I'm not in the mood.
So you don't want to continue with interaction.
I'll give maybe the initial thing and then I'll come back to it later. But sometimes, you know what, hey, how are you? I just wanted to check something with you. I'm not in the mood for this message for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But I will message back and be like, oh, hey, how are you? Yeah, like I'm good. Everything's fine. I hope you are too. Yeah, what's going on? Just want to find out if, and then I'll see that just want to find out if, and I might be available or I might not or whatever, but I'm just not in the mood right now. But at least I know what it is, and I'll come back to it.
Do you know what pisses me off though? Like, personally, and it's quite toxic for myself. It's like, you know when, alright, say you're speaking to a girl, yeah, and you're in the mood to want to initiate something with that particular girl. It could be a girl that's been around for a time and you ain't actually gone, yo, let's get food or whatever.
Yeah.
But you're in that mood. But then you're thinking to yourself, I could message her and be like, yo, you want to link up this weekend? But you start thinking, but she might not. She might be in one of those moods like when you're not in the mood. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you could be shooting your shot at the wrong time. And bro, that's so... I hate when other people aren't in the mood though for my messages. I like it when I'm not in the mood on my own time.
Right. I hear that. But... this is where I would say I'm not so much of a hypocrite though, because even though this is how I feel, I'm not mad at it because I understand it. Do you get what I'm saying? But I feel it, but I
still don't feel nice.
I won't say don't feel nice. I feel it in here because that's what. Like, let's be clear. Sometimes when you're feeling things, your face and the way that you behave is one thing, but inside it's doing all this. So I feel all of that, but I'm like, yeah, cool. Now don't worry, I understand. It's cool, whatnot. But I tell you something, and this is to being to my detriment, yeah, because I know how I am. I never ever want a woman to ever say that I harassed them, I hounded them, or that I annoyed them, or that or I'm persuading them to do something that they don't want to do.
Yeah.
Right? Even lightly. So if I offer somebody to come out for a drink or whatever and they're slow in the response, do you know what? I just read that and I believe it. Now, the reason why I say it's to my detriment is because sometimes I read things wrong. Because just because they're delayed on it or whatever it is, doesn't mean that they're not interested.
It's true.
It just means that maybe they was busy in that moment or they was whatever it may be. Yeah. But for me, I'm like, you know what? I'd rather, if I had to be one of the other, I'd rather be the super laid back guy than the intense one.
100%.
You understand what I'm saying?
100%, I'm with you. But do you know what, do you know what would be interesting if you had on phones, and I don't know if everyone would like this, I don't even know if I would like it, but there was a way of you knowing if they've seen your message at any point. So even if they've seen it in the notification bar or... because usually you have to go in the message and it will say seen for you to know. Imagine there was a way of knowing if they've seen it, period. So like they get the notification from Instagram, they got a DM. You can read it in a notification, but you might not open it. Imagine there was a way of everyone just transparency. They've seen your message.
I wouldn't want to know. Yeah, I wouldn't want to know. My thing is already set up so I don't know stuff. I try to never go and see if someone's read my message or whatever it is. Because again, this is to my detriment, yeah? I just know what I'm like, innit? If I'm interested, this is just in the context of being like into somebody, yeah? If I'm interested, I'm there.
You're making an effort, yeah.
I'm making an effort, I'm responding. It's not long. Yeah, maybe there might be the occasional time I might take a little bit of time to respond or whatnot, but I've got things going on. But you'll be able to see by my consistency that I'm here. So I just judge it by that. If I shoot you a message or whatnot, and then you come back to me on a 5 days later thing like, oh, hey, babes, sorry about that, and then just carry on with the normal thing. And it's not a, babes, I'm mad, sorry. Could you imagine this is what happened? Because if they hit you with that, then you're like, okay, cool, I get it. But if it's just, oh, sorry, babes, sorry about that. Anyway, normal thing. Nah, I've read that. I believe that. I believe whatever that is, I believe it.
Chuck, some people though are interested, but they're with the game playing though. They're on the 3-4 date. They're with the game playing though as well. That's why out here it's a bit murky. Like some people don't want to come across eager with responding, so they'll leave it, and then they'll try and like make it seem like they got options or like people are with game playing out here as well.
I'm just not even on it. If anything, the only thing that I may do is like I'll see a response and I might want to just really respond right now, but I might leave it just a tiny bit. But I'm not leaving it days. I'm not leaving it mad. Like if I can respond and I'm like in it, I don't know, man. I think sometimes for me, when I'm just into someone, I'm just into it. But then obviously, if I just want to if it's just a chop, then obviously it's a bit different. But there's still respect there though. Like I'm still on a respecting whatever. We just hold a little vibes, however we hold the vibes and that. But I'm just on a thing of believing what people show me.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with getting it wrong. But I'm okay with the fact that, like, I'm getting it wrong from a laid-back perspective and not an intense perspective. Because, yo, see that intense thing?
No, the intense brothers are just... I don't know what
I never want a woman to ever say... Unless it's a jokey thing.
Yeah.
So there might, like... You know, there's been the occasional time I've just been in a super jokey mood and I'm like... You know, I'll just do things or just be, like, goofy. But just because from a... Like, I'm just letting them know. I'm not even going to go into all of that now, actually, because I'm just not even going to do that. But, like, I'll just get into this goofy bag, yeah, and I'll just do certain things from a funny perspective. And I know that it's like, they're laughing, and it could be borderline annoying, but they know that I'm just being stupid and whatever. And it's just a goofy side of my personality that they're seeing. And usually if anything, they'll find it funny. But I never want a woman to ever go in their WhatsApp group, yeah, and be like, this brother is like, and he's just constantly shouting me. Or this. Oh, for fuck's
sake. That one there is horrible. That's horrible.
I've seen so many gal. I've seen gal do that. When I've seen you been like, it could just be my friend, but she's Tyrone's ringing her.
Yeah, you don't want to be that guy, bro. That's like, and that's the worst part, because when you're with a girl and you see a girl do that, you start thinking, has someone done that? But you don't know if a girl's done that to you or not. Yeah, I would like to think a girl hasn't done that to me where I've phoned it, because I don't bang people down like that anyway. That's just not my style. So for you to do that, and I'm not even someone that bangs you down or phones you often, raw. Like,
if a girl was to say, if you was to speculate, yeah, because at some point a girl would have said that you was annoying. What does that look like? I would say that maybe my laid back personality is probably what might have called, like, they might have thought I was annoying. He's so annoying. Like, he comes across a bit disinterested at times. Like, that's so annoying. Like, I could see that someone's saying that about me.
Same, 100%. That perspective, 100%. Like, 100% the same. It's like, sometimes I've spoke to girls and they're like, your messages are just a bit too direct. Like, you're not. It just sounds like you're just doom blunt. Like, you're not really going in a bit more with personality, or like when I speak to you in person, there's personality and you're talking, but when we message, it's just like,
oh, it's okay.
Do you know what I mean? It's like very to the point.
I'm told that I type how I speak.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I'm told that a lot.
Okay.
Do I?
You do.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't.
Don't worry about it.
I don't. I'm here to get to the point.
Okay.
Chucky, in everything, I'm here to get to the point. I don't know
so
why.
What is it like? Oh, hey,
I used to be like that.
Hey, Craig. How are you? What you been up to? Chilling.
No, it's not that
Just
bad.
did kick game.
No. That'll be a message.
Just did.
That'll be a message.
Just did kick game. Back home, chilling. Netflix. Is
that? No, it's not like that. It's not like that. But it'll be like, I'm good. You.
Oh, that's dead, bro.
I'm good. You.
Serious?
Yeah, like, I'm good. You. Like, how are you? What you been up to? I'm good. Like, you. like, I'm not here. If we want to chat, let's chat on the phone. Let's do a FaceTime.
Okay, I hear that.
Like, if we're gonna chat, let's chat.
I hear
See
you.
the messaging thing. I was more that in BBM days.
Okay.
I put in my hard yards of being personality and stuff. I did it MSN, BBM. I evolved, bro. Like, now it's like, bro, like, I'm older now. I ain't doing all this. I have not got time to be doing these long messages. Do you know what I'm saying? And the problem is, like,
are you a voice noter?
I'm a voice note, but with certain people, it depends who the person is. Like, with certain people, I will send a voice note, but long voice notes, I'm not on that though.
Ain't you?
I'm receiving a long voice note, nah, bro. I'll hit that 1.5 fast forward quickly.
Oh, mad.
It will start sounding like Mickey Mouse, fam. I will hit it quickly, like, bruv, I'm not on it. But yeah, I don't know. Like, girls have just told me, you're a bit too blunt, or like, you don't respond much, or like, I've had that kind of like annoyingness. It's never like, he's banging me down, or he does this, or he's cringy because he's doing too much. Right. At least I hope so. I don't want anything watching it thinking like, he's very annoying. I don't know, innit? I've never had that feedback, man. It's more than being nonchalant, basically.
Mine, I've definitely looked at, like, maybe not going, like, saying too much. And what I mean by not saying too much is not the information, it's just how much. Because if someone says to me, if a girl that I like says to me, how are you? Like, what have you been up to? I'm telling them. This is what I've been doing. But now, this is the childish part in me. This is the childish part. Sometimes, you know, when you look at the responses, so she's giving you a bit of that, and then you've given her this. Then she's come back with like a one-liner, then you've come back with another 6 lines.
Oh.
And then I'm looking back at this and I'm like, hold on, wait 1 second. This conversation is like, looking at it looks a bit mad still. Because I'm typing and I'm just being free with it a little bit.
Yeah.
But she's not really doing that.
It's not giving the same energy
So
back.
then it's like, okay, cool. Then I start to think, I'm just going to
You
just
just dead it.
a little bit. No, not dead it.
Oh, okay.
But I just simmer it down just a tiny bit. Do you understand what I'm saying? Well,
But do you know what's funny? Like one time I was chatting to a girl and that was happening a bit, but I was giving the short, like I said, I give short answers. And there's like long paragraphs, not long, but like, you know, where someone's typing a bit more, like you said, that much, and then you're giving this much. But I was speaking to this girl and she was doing the most, like, you know when you'll speak to someone and they're sending in like GIFs, memes, pictures, videos, like making it proper, like, and it just felt like, you know when you watch like even Love Island and you see like that person that's doing the most, like it's like a theatre type production, like they're overdoing the most to look like they've got personality.
Right.
I just can't do with all of that, bro. Nah, not when all of that, too many gifts. Like if I'm having a conversation, you've got one gift, next gift, meme, I'm just like, you need to see me at least send one back to have that.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? It needs to be a bit reciprocal.
I'm not a gift guy like that, but I tell you something, my geeky side of, well, my weirdo side of personality is if you are sending me them, I will find an app where I can just get the coldest ones.
Yeah.
And then I'll just start hitting you with the maddest ones.
Yeah.
And then just tailor in the conversations in and around that.
If you do it though, it has to bang. Like there's nothing worse when someone sends like a gif in or a picture and it's like, it can't even be okay funny. Like it has to be
funny.
It has to be funny. Like it has to be funny. That's why if you keep sending bare, bruv, your success rate of landing is just gonna diminish.
Do
Like,
you
get what I'm saying?
It's true.
You need to choose it wisely.
Alright. Okay. I want to get into some music.
Yeah.
Before I do that, you know, yesterday, I was gonna come in here and I was gonna flames up some people in here. You know that. I was gonna flames up some people in here.
Flame in what way? What do you mean?
I was gonna flames them up, bro. And I'll tell you why. It was a Central C thing. I was gonna flames up some people. Just to give some context.
Yeah, elaborate. I'm confused.
So there was video footage of Central C at a wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone was getting married. He was in a tracksuit and he was at this wedding. Yeah. And I think one of the things what made it a conversation was that someone was saying, like, don't pretend to be this tracksuit guy or whatever. And then they like had this old video of him at a prom wearing a suit and this, that, and the other. And I think he was super young at the time or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then obviously it broke out into this conversation about how people dress inappropriately at a wedding, which is actually an understandable conversation to have. Completely understand that. Yeah. Also, I saw obviously the outrage of people saying, if my friend would have turned up wearing a tracksuit at my wedding, I would have turned him away. I would have this, that, and the fourth or whatever. And do you know what? Yeah. When I was looking at the context of this, and again, I'll be honest, I'm speculating here. But when I saw that, I thought my first initial reaction was, you lot are fucking stupid idiots. You know that? You lot are fucking... you're so thick. You know that? Some of them are just so thick. You know that? The reason why I say that, yeah, the reason why I think that some of these lot are fucking idiots, yeah, is because if we took just one moment to just think about this for a second, yeah, there is a whole bunch of reasons why you could see how an international artist, we could say now, an international artist who is in fucking every different country at one time within a week. Like literally, if you look at the places that this guy is going and the things that he's doing within a week, he is in this side of the world then, one day, he's in that side of the world another day, he's down here another day, and he's up there another day. There's a bunch of different reasons for why I could see how someone would pass through their brethren's wedding in a tracksuit.
100%.
He did not look like he was fucking sitting there having dinner and that he was there all day and he was there from the morning to the nighttime. It clearly looked like this Don was passing through to exchange a light energy. It clearly looked like that. It did. So for me, it's like when people sit here and say, you know what? Oh my God, I would never. You're fucking stupid. I'll tell you why you're stupid. Because let me tell you something here. The majority, I'm not going to say all, but the majority, if you looked at one of your friends, let's just like take your friendship group for a second, yeah? Now look at like some of the people that are within your friendship group. Say one of those people in that friendship group ended up becoming incredibly successful via doing something artistic. Incredibly successful. Internationally successful. Incredibly busy. Diary rammed to bits. Barely can see family. I promise you, if they rang you and said to you, you know what, I don't know if I can pass. I don't know if I can come to the wedding, but I'm going to try. If they came and they wore a tracksuit, you're not going to be fucking mad at that at all.
100%.
Do you know what? You're going to be so happy that that person that was on this side of the world one day, that side of the world the other day, down here another day, up there another day, came through and exchanged the energy with you. You're not going to be mad at that one bit. Not. You're going to be proud of that. Like, and everyone in the room, well, most people in the room that understand are going to be fucking gassed. What? Like, yo, what? You come through and exchange the energy or whatnot. But like, this outrage of, oh my God, I would never. You lot are fucking crazy.
All right, but you know what, Chucky, you're right, yeah? But like, there's, and this isn't me shooting these idiots some bail, but there's also the sense of the stunt he pulled about a month ago at the British Fashion Awards. Where he rocked up in a tracksuit. So some people have probably got that in their mind and looking at it like, because that was a proper planned thing, wasn't it? Like he said, you know what, I'm coming, what was that? Was it a decathlon tracksuit? He said, I'm pulling up to the British Fashion Awards where there's a clear dress code. And he said he came, and that was a whole big thing on the internet. So I think some of the people are probably thinking, this is what he does now. This is a thing where, do you get what I'm saying? He's a tracksuit wearer. He's done that at the British Fashion Awards where there's a dress code, and now he's doing it at his boy's wedding. But like you said, you've got to just use your brain and use context and think, this is a wedding. I'm sure he's not disrespecting his boy. And more importantly, like you just said, he's just going to be happy that he's there. If that's his boy, he's just going to be happy that he's there, especially if he's Central C. Like, we don't want to act like clout and fame isn't a thing. It is a thing. Like, you know, if your boy's made it and he's massive, everyone's going to be gassed if that person is at their wedding. That's just what it is, bro. Like, I know we shouldn't put people on pedestals, but we do. But that's what people do. Yeah, and there's going to be other people at your wedding that can't even probably believe he's there as well. And they're going to get excited. And they're the same people that might cuss, but if they saw him at one of their friends' wedding, the people that are cussing, they're going to ask for a selfie.
Absolutely.
They're going to ask him for a selfie.
They probably do.
Do you get what I'm saying? They might even get cheeky and ask for a follow. Hey, when people do that. You know, they see, how can I get a follow on the gram? I don't even know you. I didn't even know you existed. Now you want to follow on the gram. But this is what I'm saying. Like, this is just where we are. And I don't take all these people that these tweets, you know, obviously the Shea Bar took someone, put them online and all this stuff. I'm just like, bro, I don't pay attention to these people because one, people like to talk for the sake of talking on the internet. That's a big thing. People just chat shit for the sake of it. But also, like we said, if they had the opportunity to have someone at their wedding that's famous and their friend, they don't care what he comes in.
You got to put that in context. This isn't someone who just rolled off the block and went there. But I do hear that though. I do hear what you're saying. Like, because it seems as though he had projected, I'm doing Tracksuit Mafia. This is me in it. Yeah?
That was planned.
I understood. Yeah, that was planned.
And that weren't long ago.
Yeah, exactly.
So some people are going to look at it like
how people could see how they've kind of thing. But I would maybe I'm wrong for this. And maybe everything that I said is wrong. But I would like to believe that there's a difference between the establishment and your brethren.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Of course. Yeah.
So like, you know what? Yeah, you lot have got a dress code and that over here. This is not even really me. This is not really my thing. Like that. But I'll pull up because obviously my manager's telling me it's a good look. Obviously people are going to be there. whoever's telling me whatever, I'm just gonna just roll it in it, and I'm making a stand because that's just me. I just feel like there's a difference in that. Then you know what? I'm free for the whole week. My good friend's getting married, and I'm making a stand that at weddings I should wear a tracksuit. I don't know him, but I'm gonna take an educated guess that I don't think that was the mindset.
His manager YB's already came out and spoke about it. Do you see the message he put out?
Isn't that it there?
Is that it? Yeah. There you go. Like, he already spoke about it and said basically what you said. He's been traveling, doing all of this. Like, he didn't have what does it say? You don't have time to get a tailored suit when you're trying to pop in and say yo to your boy's wedding where people shouldn't be secretly filming. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, the fact that people even just
you can't be mad at people filming though. Why?
Yeah, you can't.
Sorry,
you can't,
like, when you're fucking when you have a star in the building, expect that.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. And it's
people
not even secret. I don't think
film.
it was even secret. People probably just had their phones out at the wedding.
People
Film at weddings anyway.
Exactly. Like,
that's just normal at a wedding.
Yeah.
Like, you can't tell people not to film at a wedding.
It would be weird. It would be weird for people to not film at a wedding.
Yeah, like, oh, you can't get the memories because Central C's in the building. Like, you need. Do you get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, he's provided the context, and unfortunately, people couldn't use their brain and figure that out and put 2 and 2 together. And also, the only people that should really care about this, Chucky, are the bride and groom.
Yes.
If they're cool with it, no one else's opinion matters.
Fact.
So if you're saying for your wedding, if you stand by that, no one can come to my wedding without a suit or whatever, then that's cool. That's your wedding. But don't tell Central C and his boy or whatever how they should be. Yeah. He didn't look like he got denied. He was there.
Yeah.
So why do you not care? Like, people just want to get angry
respectfully
about anything.
as well. Obviously, people are entitled to have their opinion on that, and obviously, and maybe as well. Like, this is me looking on the other side. The good thing is when you see certain things, it does confirm a belief system. So for some people, they would have seen it and it would have confirmed a belief system. But all I'm saying is that when it confirms the belief system, make sure that it's confirming the belief system in the right context. It can't be the belief system of no one can wear a tracksuit at my wedding, and it's like a thing of anyone that's just been free for the week or whatever, and you've had time to pattern yourself, or not even if you haven't had time, but like you're just gonna come to my wedding in a tracksuit. Add the context of, if any of my friends become internationally successful and they're on this side of the country one day, that side of the country another day, down here another day, and then up here another day, and they ain't got time to see their family, they're not allowed to come and exchange an energy with me in a tracksuit. I don't care where they've been in the world and what they've gone on. If you're standing by that, I respect you. But you know what? It's easy for us, because I know that some people will say, yeah, that is my belief system. And they'll be typing it. That's my belief system. Oh my God, I'm so outraged. Yeah. But you don't know until your brethren does it. And I think that you will not be mad. But, you know.
And some of you're going to have that wedding, do all of that, and you're going to get divorced anyway. So
Right. Right.
You were so adamant not to let this person in with a tracksuit. Yeah. And then next thing you know, 3 years later, not even together. But you know what, yeah? Just to play angel's advocate.
Go.
Though, some people could say, there isn't really an excuse though, regardless of your schedule and all of these sorts of things, purely because weddings, you kind of know the date for a wedding 6 months in advance.
That's true.
It's not like, oh, I've hit you up, yo, it's my birthday in a week's time, like, I'm having this bowling. Do you get what I'm saying? A wedding is something that is pre-planned. You get the date way in advance. There's a lot of money that goes into it, a lot of planning, a lot of flyers, and that's in your calendar, innit? So if you know potentially you're going to be doing other things, you just chuck a little suit in there, man, and just, do you know what I'm saying?
Mitch,
Or in a bag.
Come here, mate.
That's
Mitch, come here, mate. Come here.
Go ahead.
It's Central C, my brother.
I know.
Brother, it's Central C. Big man, it's Central C. And on top of that, yeah, understand that you might know 6 months, 7 months in advance. That diary changes when Drake says. That diary changes when this billionaire says.
I saw him in the drummer shit popping video. I saw
right.
That.
This changes when. You know what? When you say you can sit and say, you know what, I'm not taking no bookings that day. This is my thing. That changes when there's 1 point.
Certain phone calls can change that.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Big man, I can't even make it to the wedding anymore. The time comes closer up. You know what? I've got us 2 hours, you know? I can, maybe if I can get the jet, I'm not saying this is him. I'm not. This is not him. So I'm adding sauce.
So does that mean you're putting?
I'm adding sauce. I'm going to do that. Allow me to add sauce. You know what? Boom. If I can get it, because I'm going to be in Paris and I've got to go. I got a 14-hour flight because I think he says something. No, the other guy says something about him having a 14-hour flight. I got a 14-hour flight to wherever I've got that flight. Yeah. However, I don't need to be there for a certain time. I've got the jet. Let me just pull up back to London quickly. The Norfolk RAF base. Jump in the wit now. The thing. Pull up. Go to Bush wherever the wedding is now. Quickly exchange your energy. Jump back in the Splinter. Go back to the RAF base. Jump in the jet. Boom again. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. This is different.
Listen, I'm with you. Like I said, I was playing Angel's Advocate. There's some people that are going to think that in it, and there's going to be different perspectives on it.
Some people will say keep us. They'll say keep the tailored suit in the jet. Then
there's always, that's what I'm saying. There's always going to be people that say different things. But like you said, sometimes there's certain calls you get, and unfortunately, it's so important for your career, and that in turn provides for your family and your legacy and things you got to do. There's certain moves where you got to do that. But then it's like, it goes back to, remember the Kanye and Jay thing, where Kanye said he was upset that Jay missed his wedding with Kim.
Yeah.
And Jay's thing was like, what did he say on that song with Beyonce? If me and my wife's beefing, he basically said him and Beyonce were beefing about the whole infidelity stuff. And that's why he didn't go to Kanye's wedding.
Yeah.
But in Kanye's mind, he was like, my brother, I've called you big brother. You are my brother. This is like the happiest day of my life.
Should Jay have went? What do you think about that?
I think he should have went.
Yeah.
I think he should have went. Purely because I'm not buying the whole, it's me and her beefing, because you can beef and still make that wedding and then resume that beef. Like, that beef's not, like, to take 2-3 hours, and you're a billionaire, so the jets aren't a problem. None of that stuff's a problem. The money's not a problem. I think they got married in Italy. So for you, Jay, that flight there, all right, cool. It might be like a 9-10 hour flight. You're there for 4 hours, but you can dust back out. Some of us, we got to book hotels. Your lifestyle's different. You're on PJs. You stay on them. I think he could have went to that.
Definitely. Even if he went on his own.
And even, like, I'm not buying that. Like, if he does that him and Beyonce don't work things out. Like, that doesn't. Do you get what I'm saying? The infidelity is the infidelity. Like, what's gonna happen is gonna happen. Like, it's Kanye. That's how he looked at it. And I agree with that. Like, I feel like if I was in that position, I would feel a bit more like, you just don't fuck with Kim. Just say it, bro.
Just say it.
Just say you don't fuck with Kim.
You use that.
Just say you don't. This ain't got your blessing. This marriage. Just basically say this marriage ain't got your blessing.
You don't fuck with it. You don't want to be seen there. And I think that's
because Kanye ain't missing Beyonce and Jay's marriage. If he's invited, I don't know if he went or what happened with that. But there's not a world where I see him missing that.
But that's the thing that
when he was mentally stable.
Kanye, and probably even Kim, see Jay-Z and Beyonce different, maybe, to the way that Beyonce and 100%. Jay see their relationship, innit? And it's like, I'm not trying to. You know, Jay's always had that snob sort of persona, like I'm off that or I'm bigger than that, and I can see how that can become a bit of an issue. And I was just going to bring up something just to go back just a little bit, where, you know what, sometimes I don't think much people will ever really experience this, but when you do have a friend that is getting into a place where they are tapping into something inspirational, it's very important to let them fly. And just to leave them, to let them fly, and then just be there for them whenever they may need you, or because they'll still be there for when you need them, and maybe that is the context and that changes. But bro, I've had that where, like, my brethren started. I could see that something special is happening, and the thing that is the special thing that is happening is so big, and he's tapping into something, that is so great. It's selfish of me to expect him to stop doing whatever it is that he's doing in that place of greatness, because ultimately that place of greatness is for the greater good as well. It's not just for him, it's for us, it's for his family, it's for a bunch of other people. But you know what? I'm gonna sit back here and just support that from a distance. Some people are not able to do that because it makes them feel as though, you know what, like, that person is distancing themselves from me, or I don't feel connected to them the same way. And then you start putting your own personal feelings towards something that doesn't even really exist. It's just someone's just having a moment where they're tapping into something. and it's like game playing. It's like how do I say it? It's like being a part of a team. Sometimes you need to be able to let somebody go and do this quickly for them to then come back.
Yeah.
And then you know what? At some point, might be me. I'm going to be tapping into something quickly, but cool. We know at the end of it, we've got the same common goal. We're here though. We're here still. And all the nuance gets taken out of that sometimes when you see certain things on the internet, and then everyone obviously has a mad perspective on it. But it's like, I get it, because you'll never understand that. Because maybe, respectfully, I'm not saying this in a disrespectful way, there's only a small percentage of people that actually manage to tap into that anyway.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's so different. It's so different. It's a 1%er thing. I'm not in that 1%er. I'm not. But I've seen it though. I've seen it. I've seen what it looks like, and I understand what it takes in order for a friendship to still work when somebody is fully within that. And
I just think more importantly, everything you're saying makes sense, but more importantly than any of that for me is that the main thing is Central C found the time to go to his friend's wedding. That's it. He was present. Because for me, and for most people, two of the biggest occasions in your life are going to be a wedding and a funeral. Yeah. These are the things that if these people are close to you or close people, no matter what's going on, more time than not, like unless it's a very rare circumstances, like you were saying, you're going to show up. Like my godmother, God rest her soul, she passed away in December, and I had a brand. I was doing work with a brand. It was like for a big filming thing, and I had to have that moved. And they were like, "Oh, like we've." I said, "Well, then I can't do it. It's one of the two." And they moved it for me, which was nice of them, and I appreciate that. But I was not missing my godmother's funeral for not. The only way I was gonna miss it is if like physically I was in another country and I couldn't get a flight, or there was no way for me to miss it. I couldn't miss it. It's my godmother. And I think there's just certain things in life where it's just deeper than money or anything. It's just, you got to pay your respects to certain individuals because that's what they mean to you. Do you get what I'm saying? And I feel like, yeah, the fact that he showed up is the most important thing. It doesn't matter what he's wearing, whatever. He said, I'm going to be here for my boy's special day. Anything else is just people just trying to get us. And that's another thing. I just feel sorry for some of these musicians. Like, all right, they're well compensated. If you're on Central C's level, like, there's a lot of perks to being who you are. You're living the dream. But in the same breath, it's like people are finding a story now out of anything. They're doing anything to slight your PR or bring you down. Like, this is like, bro, this is beyond the reach. Like, this is Stretch Armstrong in the fullest. Like, I don't know what is going on here, bro. Who's the other brother that can stretch arms in Street Fighter? Dowsing. Dowsing,
yeah.
This is Dowsing, man. Yeah, like, what is going on, bro? A man can't even just come up to his boy's wedding. Like, they all look happy. Just let him. People just want to run with
it. He looks like he's just pulled up. He doesn't look like he's fucking. Bro, anyway.
They're gassed, man. Let's allow it. They're all gassed. One quick thing, though.
Go.
Not Central C, but I do hate though in general when you got those people that purposely just disobey dress codes for the sake.
I hate that.
So like, you know when someone has like a Halloween party and someone just comes and it's like nothing, no effort, or the all black party, white.
Yeah, white. Oh my god.
The only person that could do that if it's their birthday,
right then.
Someone comes in all white. What are you doing? Why are you trying to be like those people? It's just you're jarring.
Hey, I remember Maya had a Halloween party, didn't she?
Yeah, she's the queen of Halloween.
And then there was a clip where, what was it, Philly came about
Philly. Shout out.
She was like, "Oh yeah, what's your uniform?" Then someone said, "What's your uniform?" Whatever. Then he said whatever.
He said Chris Brown. No, he said Chris Brown.
And then Maya said, "You came dressed as a pussy."
Yeah, that was wild. That was wild. I remember.
Do you know what? Do you know what it was, yeah? In that split second, you know you want to be just a tiny bit mad. Don't chat to man like that. But it's Maya, innit? Like,
but you know what?
And you knew it was coming from a place of, it was, and also, to be honest with you,
Philly made that his thing though. He made it his thing now. He's like, yeah, because when I saw him just before Maya's last one, I asked him, I was like, what are you going as? And then he was like, you know my thing, man. Like, I'm going as me. Like, he's made it just a thing now.
Okay.
Like, he's made it his thing.
I think there was a little bit of verbal diarrhea from Maya, by the way. But like, you know, when it happens, you say it and you own it, but you know you didn't even really mean to say that, but you just said it though. Do you know like that?
Yeah.
You know, like when you say, like you might mean to say, "Oh, bro, shut up, you fucking idiot," but you might just say, "Oh, shut up, you fucking dickhead." Yeah. But you think, "Oh shit, I didn't mean to." Like, it might come across But you just own it because it just is what that is. But you didn't even really mean for it. It just came out.
Yeah. But Joy is anyone that knows Maya. Yeah. She's like
vibe.
she has that. Like she's like that with her friends and
of
her
course.
boys. Like she'll say stuff like that.
Honourable shout out to her. She's absolutely she is looking sensational doing the Love Island.
Yeah.
She's bodying it.
God level.
Absolute bits.
Divine.
That, again, divine. That is the epitome of what I was saying of like when someone is tapping into their greatness.
Yeah.
When someone is tapping into their greatness, you have to allow them to do that. Allow them to just shine and be who they are, and then support that from a distance. And but you understand what the hell is going on. Do you understand what I'm saying?
But see, for her, like we've always said it. Like we've all known her for time.
From the
you know her
beginning.
from Jump Off days.
I
like,
met her when
way
she was.
back.
I met her. I'll never forget the day, bro. I met her in the office. She was 17 at the time, I think.
Yeah.
She was in the office. She was working for Jump Off or whatever. And I remember us having some type of conversation. And from the get go, I thought, nah, she's like she should be on camera. And one of the first things that I think, honourable shout out to Harry and Arrow. We've talked about the Jump Off many of times, yeah. And maybe we should do like a proper episode on it. And hopefully one day, Arrow will maybe even come down and sit and talk with me. I wasn't his favourite person for a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like to believe. I hope that we've sort of resolved that. But anyway, I remember one time he had her on camera, and it was like 100 things. I can't even remember what the fuck it was.
I think I know what you're
all these
talking about,
different
though. Yeah.
expressions and accents and like whatever. Like she's the coldest.
She
man.
like if you know, because do you know what is mad? Like a lot of people look at Maya that don't know her or maybe don't know that much about her. Those people in parts of the country, and they'll just think that same old rhetoric you do when someone's really really stunning. It's just like, oh, she's just good looking or whatever.
I hate it.
The thing about Maya is not only stunning, but she's got an incredible personality. And she's just a great human being. So all of those things, once that trifecta just aligns, it's different, bro. Like it's you deserve everything you get from that point forward. You can't just say, oh, this person's got it because they're hot or whatever. Like she actually deserves everything she has. We've witnessed the journey. And there's no one, I was saying this from years ago, there is no one better for that job, the Love Island job, than her. And it's proven it. When she went in there, she smashed it.
To bits. You know, the thing is as well, yeah, like it's that, and also the fact that like, you see, it translates on camera. That's the next bit that is difficult to do. It's like having a great personality, like looking great and having a great personality, yeah, but it translating on camera is a whole different thing.
Yeah.
Sitting, like people can have that, yeah, but being able to sit in front, look at her, being able to sit, fuck even that. Maya is able to be in a room full of people and not be dimmed out at all.
At all.
In any conversation, she'll just be able to be in there. People will be quiet sometimes, which is talking, whatever, joining in the bants. It doesn't matter. There could be 100 man in there. She can be in the mix. There could be 100 gal in there. She can be in the mix. It could be a mixed room. It could be a intense conversation. It could be something just bare back, whatever it is. She doesn't get dimmed out. And like, that is the thing that I think a lot of people are not able to do. Like, you can't even necessarily just train that. It's very, very difficult.
She's Mbappe, bro.
Yeah, there you go.
She's a generational talent. Like,
Yeah,
she's
for
Mbappe. Like straight. Like, that's just what, like, Poet always said it. Poet was always like, her initials are MJ.
Yeah, facts.
Like, it's written, bro. Like, there's some things are just like Nas said, it was written. Some things are just written. We all knew she was going to be a superstar because it's just written. Once you know her, anyone that's met her knows that there's just a different kind of light that shines on her. And this isn't even just like us sitting here just like being up her ass. This is just real life facts, bro.
Yeah.
And people can see it now. And this is the kind of platform and stage she deserves.
Yeah. She's well overdue the couch though. Maya, I'm not gonna lie. Maya,
she ain't been on there yet?
Yeah, she's been on there time ago though.
Oh, a long time ago.
Before we visualized.
Oh, wow.
Before we visualized, yeah.
So she's an original HC member.
Yeah, she's original from early. So Maya, come. Yeah. When you get some
Slide
time.
that one in there, innit? Why not?
But just because we was on Tracksuits before.
Yeah.
Cortez. Do I say that right? Because I feel like some people say Cortiz.
Is it Cortez or Cortiz?
Both. You can work with both. But I think
Has Clint ever?
I've
cleared
never
it up?
heard him actually say it.
I think he does it on purpose. Does he do it on purpose? Like, or has it been cleared up? Like, how does he say it?
Not too sure, but I know my boys call it Cortiez.
Okay.
See, I call it Cortiez.
Okay.
Just that I in there, just
It
for me,
sounds
like a.
Well,
But then wasn't there something to do with Nike and them anyway? Because it sounded like Cortez or something. I was
right.
really
Let's
hardcore
do
about
that. So let's like, because you will probably not have a little bit more insight than me. But just recently, it seems like they've just launched a collab, which is insane.
Incredible.
Like,
incredible.
Such a big look. I saw people posting the logos on the building.
The projection.
Yeah, and I've actually thought that he just did that.
Yeah, I think everyone did it first. Yeah,
guerrilla
marketing.
Okay, that's sick. If you can get that on the screen, that'd be good. But I just saw I saw it and I thought, oh yeah, that's sick. That's like good bit of marketing. Like he's very good at marketing the brand. He's very good at marketing himself. Also,
he's a disruptor.
He's very disruptive. But I also like even the way that he takes some of the pictures and the way that he like launches some of the clothing things that he's doing. Like, you know, sometimes you'll see him take
That's Waleed.
Waleed. Who's Waleed?
Videographer, photographer.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, yeah, honourable shout out.
So he's part of the creative team.
Part of the creative team.
Okay.
So basically he's the guy who will probably
Yeah.
honourable shout out to Waleed then. But yeah, like maybe it's not super groundbreaking or anything like that, but sometimes when you see him taking a picture of the jacket, but he's just taking a picture, but you know that he's like showing something different. Do you know what I mean? Or you can see the logo in the background or whatever it may be. So I looked at that as just like a little branding exercise until I realized, oh shit, this is actually a real thing. But initially they did have a little something, right? Like Nike and
yeah, I read there was like a lawsuit like a year or two ago about Cortez and Cortiz. So obviously Nike have a trainer called the Cortez, the one that was popular in LA. And they were saying that because of the way it's spelt and everything, it looked very similar. So there was apparently a lawsuit that was filed or something, and then apparently Cortiz had to pay like, I think it was only like 1,800 or something like that.
Oh,
something crazy like that. And then obviously fast forward to now,
did he have to make a change then?
Clearly not, because the brand's still been called Cortiz this whole time, so they must have got it sorted out.
Clearly, I'm not gonna lie. I know you don't do them, but I think you should come on the couch though. Pause.
What does he actually? Did he say he doesn't do?
He doesn't really do those, but he will do something. Whether he does mine or not, I'm not sure.
I want him in kick game.
We should. He'll definitely. I'm pretty sure he'll do kick game.
I want him in kick game.
But yeah, I really want to sit down and have a conversation with him about it. But yeah, thoughts
on this collab?
Yeah.
Incredible, groundbreaking. It makes a lot of sense. I just think when I look at all the brands out there, the big brands, the main players that he could align himself with, Cortiz and Nike, it just makes perfect sense to me. Like a lot of the people that wear Cortiz will be Nike people. They probably pair them with their trainers, Nike trainers. So it's just making sense to me. And what a way to start 2023. Everyone talks about like making moves and how you're going to come and attack the year strong. This is the perfect way to say, this is what I'm doing in 2023. Like there's ways to announce collabs. And we're living in an age now on the internet where you got to be creative and think of different things. And like to have the logo projected on Nike Town like that, like that's the kind of thing that he probably dreamed of like one day, like one day when I eventually get to collab with a big brand, I want to do something mad like this. Like, and anyone can do a billboard. Everyone's been doing, remember when everyone was doing the billboard thing?
Yeah.
Everyone's like posing in front of the billboards. Shout out to everyone that's had a billboard. I'm not like, I respect it. Because I ain't had a billboard. So shout out to everyone that's had a billboard. Yeah. But this is different. I like this. This is like my logo right next to that logo.
Can I say as well, like, I never thought that the building was iconic until I saw that.
You didn't think Nike Town was iconic?
Huh?
You didn't think Nike Town was iconic?
No, so I thought Nike Town was iconic, but the actual building,
the shape of it and everything.
Yeah, I never really noticed it like that. Like obviously, as you see it, but it's, when I look at this picture and I look at the actual building, I'm like, yeah, this is actually quite an iconic building. It's right in Oxford Street, right by the station.
Yeah. Let me ask you something. Have we seen a young fashion designer, streetwear designer, do what Clint's doing like this before and being the face of it, like being the, because he's becoming an entity and a celebrity himself, isn't he? Like through this, have we seen it done like this before?
In the UK or in general?
Let's say the UK.
No, I don't think
we
so.
have. I don't think we have.
I don't think you've seen it internationally either.
I mean, the world's a big place. So I don't know. I don't want to say.
So, and I'm not. You're more of the fashion guy than me, so
Yeah.
I would be expecting you, if anything, to correct me when it comes to this. But I would say, not internationally either, because even when you look at like Supreme is massive, but there's not a face to Supreme.
Not like this.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
No, like you get faces of brands. Like you got like Fear of God, so then you got like Jerry Lorenzo.
Yeah,
who's
but
done Essentials, but they're not doing it like this.
And also,
like he's on the ground.
A higher. That's a like. Wouldn't you say that's more like what they would say upper echelon?
Luxury.
Yeah, more luxury. And yeah, he is the face of it, but I feel like that branding exercise is completely different to like this, because I feel like this, and I hope this doesn't get taken out of context either, yeah, but this is also tied into like creating mass hysteria as well.
Yeah.
So if you are creating mass hysteria, but you're the face of it too, then everyone gets to know you within that hysteria, which makes it a whole different thing.
But that's why I respect it, because it's like I feel like a lot of people, even if they're famous and start a brand, they try to disassociate themselves from the brand because they don't want how they maneuver to maybe affect the brand's PR in the consumer's mind. Do you get what I'm saying? They want it to be its own entity. But him being the person who started the brand, the person who lives it, he's on the ground. We go to a lot of the same parties. I see him out all the time. He's really in the streets, like going to these functions and stuff like that. It all just adds to it. Do you get what I'm saying? Like it's got its whole ethos and philosophy. Like he's really outside, and he reminds people all the time, which I respect. He's like, you know, we ain't gifted this to influencers. Do you get what I'm saying? We ain't paid for ads. We literally just went out there and did our thing. Like the only way he did it was we'd throw it to people, come get it, be here at this time, I'll give them away like this. It's just, we ain't seen anything like this before, man. And I think the way he's utilised social media and the internet is groundbreaking.
The timing as well has just been perfect.
Yeah, every time.
The timing has just been great. I think like, even when you look at Trapstar, for example, Trapstar had their store in Labatt Grove, and then obviously like there are other ways of distributing via their website earlier on. But a lot of people were going to the shop or trying to find a way to the shop or whatever. Yeah. And then during lockdown, imagine at a time where a lot of people are at home, there are a lot of people losing their jobs or whatever it may be. You actually started to see something happening with them where the traffic towards their online thing just started going absolutely bonkers. And like, you know, from then they've been able to like be steady with that and like have a consistent thing with it. And I think that for me, correct me if I'm wrong, that was like a sign of a change for me, because I'm like, they never had this traffic going this mad before on stuff. Do you understand what I'm saying? So like something was clearly changing, and I feel like it's kind of reminiscent a little bit to me of, I remember when grime started to have this resurgence, but I remember the beginning part of it. Well, the earlier part of it. This is before German Whip and that, Red Bull Culture Clash, Earls Court Stadium. Yeah. It's not there anymore. Went there, whatnot. I've seen all the different sound systems set up. Obviously, Boy Better Know was starting their thing or whatever. And I remember getting there and thinking, like, there was so much people like wearing Boy Better Know tops and whatever, And I was thinking, this is a bit mad. And then when I saw Maximum come and set his Serato up and I saw everyone cheer, and then as it started, JME came up on the stage, I remember thinking, something's happening. I don't know what it is, something's happening. We didn't have the podcast then. And I remember I was so baffled to what it was. I actually recorded audio. This is before I even knew this was a podcast. This is even how this podcast even started. A part of it, a part of the story. I just went home, I just turned the microphone on and I just talked about it. Because I was like, something's happening, I don't know what it is, but fucking crazy, blah, blah, whatever. But I say all of that to say this, is like, the first time I saw this amount of traffic just going mad for these lot, I thought something different just feels like it's happening.
Something's
here.
Building.
Something's different. And then you see Clint, who's obviously put in work from before all of that anyway, now has like tapped into that level of greatness, or that thing that is different. It's that tipping point, that something that is like, that bit that is a bit unexplainable at times. And he's just gone it's just gone with it. Like, it's just gone with it. But yeah, like, what do you think Trapstar think about this?
I think they're happy for him, bro.
Yeah, I just think, like, you know, first of all, there's obviously, without it's obvious to say, but there's enough space for everyone to coexist and eat. But also, I just think it's the evolution, man. It's like me, you, Poet. We were coming around doing jump off debates in 2010, 2011. When we were doing that, there wasn't the ecosystem today of content and how much money people are making. And now more and more people have come through and you know, people are making money off of it today. I just feel like that's the natural evolution here in the UK as well. There are brands that are blowing in a much quicker amount of time and are making a lot of money because of the groundwork brands like Trapstar put in, Benja, and that's just how it goes, man. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's even the, just like our industry.
I got to big up Benja as well. Sorry, like I saw Benja all over this.
Yeah.
And I respect that so much.
But then you've even got other ones coming through, like there's Broken Planet. You heard of Broken
Yeah,
Planet?
I heard about
They're doing big things. They're making bread. Like there are loads of brands like Hoodrich are doing their thing, you know. Shout out Jay from Hoodrich. Like
Hoodrich get a lot of, like, I don't know, people get onto them. Like, why?
Because, like, look, when you look at Trapstar and Cortiez, they're almost like counterculture brands, isn't it? Like, not counterculture, but like they're niche brands. Like, they serve the streets in a certain way. They're for like the cool kids. Do you get what I'm saying? Trapstar was like how and this is my view, I don't know how anyone else feels about it, this is how my view. Trapstar early on were like how Cortiez is now. But Trapstar, a lot of people that buy Trapstar now, you got a lot of like road youths that are buying Trapstar. Do you get what I'm saying? It's kind of evolved. This a lot of goons buy Trapstar. But Cortiez is still very much in with the cool kids, it seems. And I feel like Hoodrich now, from what I'm seeing, is positioned in maybe that thing as well, where it's like a certain type of demographic buy it, but it might not be like the hipsters. Do you get what I'm saying?
Okay, in a nutshell, would you say that Hoodrich being in JD hindered them as opposed to helped them?
Well, it depends what you're looking for, innit? If you want your brand to make money and revenue, it hasn't hindered them because they're making bread.
Of course.
Like Jay is making bread. They're
doing shout out to them, by the way.
Yeah, they're doing their thing. So it depends what you want from your brand. If you want it to remain in a certain niche, cool looking way, then yeah, maybe it's hindered it. Because JD, when you think of JD, you think of certain types of brands, especially back in the day. Yeah. What were some of their brands like? What were some of them brands that were in there back in the day?
It wasn't. What's that fucking? Was it? Weren't Paul Smith in there? Weren't Paul Smith in there?
Caprini was in there.
Caprini. Weren't Paul Smith in that as well?
Probably. Yeah. But they've always had like certain brands. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, so it depends where you want to position your brand and how you want people to perceive it.
Right.
But I just look at it as all these brands, they're all black owned.
Yes.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Like, you're all eating, you're all changing your family's lives, and wherever you've decided to position it is up to you. Do you get what I'm saying? Even though I know they've been beefing, Cortiez and Mané Duvoir.
Yeah.
Like, he's doing his thing as well, Reese. He's doing like people. There's an ecosystem now.
Yeah,
where people can make money.
I think. Do you know what it is? Yeah, I really actually. One time we did an episode and we flames them. Well, Poet did flames them up a little bit. But I really did. I like the brand. I buy it. I buy it.
Flames to what?
Reese.
But
how do I say the brand? Mane. I've got a bunch of. In fact, the thing that I wore on my birthday was that. Yeah. I really like his brand. And I think the quality of his stuff is pretty good as well. No, it's very good.
But why do you flame him out? What do you mean?
Because he was ripping.
Yeah, but I can't remember. It was something that he said about. It was something that he said about Clint. Innit? And it feels as though it's misdirected. It feels like misdirected. I don't want to say jealousy, but maybe it could be. I know that some people say that it can't be because he's got so much money or whatever, but it's not about that. Like, sometimes when it's about like culture or tapping into certain, I mean, maybe that's the difference. Maybe this is the argument here. Maybe one person is looking at, well, I turn over this, and the other person is looking at culture.
Yeah.
And that's not to say that the person who's looking at money is not looking at culture, but in the level of percentages is different, isn't it? It's like Clint could, speculating, money is like in the frame of percentages is hella low. The culture is hella high. Money is going to come with that.
100%.
For the next person, you know what? How do I turn over a certain amount of money and be rich from it? And if we can get culture, that's great. there's two different people that are having two separate conversations or two separate arguments here, and I think both can be the same. It's just what tailors to you. But you know, I think Reese said something recently where he said something about brands doing the same color. They're using a big logo but using the same color. No, what was it? The big logo, the same logo on everything, but just using a different color. You might be able to find the tweet or whatever. And it's like, I understand. But it's like, it sounds, at the time, the timing of it, with this here, it just sounds like hate.
Yeah, do you know what I would say, yeah? Two brothers doing their thing, making money. I'm not saying you have to be best friends. I'm not saying you have to hang out. I'm just saying it would be good if we could just see them have some sort of conversation or just show there's no animosity. They're not obliged to.
No.
They don't have to.
No.
But I just want to see everyone win and coexist, and we don't need anyone shitting on anyone or any type of jealousy. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of human beings out there that can buy products, like, and everyone can just buy what they want. We don't need to kind of beef. People just need to come together.
Here it is here. Huge logos and rolling out 50 colours of the same silhouette is the first sign of an upcoming downfall for a fashion brand.
Alright, let me ask you something.
He could, do you know what? Objectively, he could be right though.
What, like as a general statement?
As a general statement.
Yeah, but it's what you said though. If personally, this is all I would say, yeah. And I don't know what Reese is talking about. I don't know if he's talking about Clinton. Someone would have to ask him directly. I just think, in this, Meek suffered it recently with the Laurie Harvey thing.
Yes, he did. Yeah, he did.
Timing right now,
yeah.
unfortunately, even if you're not talking about something, timing now, you just have to be aware. It's unfortunate. That's just what it is. We don't make the rules. So if Damson and Laurie have come out and said they're together, and then you tweet apparently...
Give the context.
So apparently, so obviously Damson, Idris and Laurie Harvey are now dating. It's been a talk of the internet on the gossip blogs or whatever. And then what's happened is Meat Mill has tweeted, you let that girl fuck everybody, basically. Like basically the same day that they've come out as a couple. And obviously, if you don't know, Meek had a lyric on Going Bad where he said he's got Laurie Harvey on his wish list. So obviously everyone's like, you're hating, you're salty, like this, that and the third. And the timing's been horrible. But apparently a Party Next Door track dropped that same day.
Yeah.
And the lyric was the lyric in the song.
Right.
You let that girl fuck everybody.
Two things can be right though.
Of course, two things could be true. He could have been doing the lyric and it applied to that. That's what I'm saying. But the timing, that's why now, even if he, say it wasn't that, and say it was he was just tweeting the lyric.
I get the point.
Say it wasn't. You got to unfortunately be aware. And that's the same thing with this. It's like, bro, say you're feeling like that right now for whatever reason and it's got nothing to do with Cortiez. That one can sit in the drawers for a week and then let it go. Or do you know what I'm saying? I don't even mean that as a rude, because I know Reese. Reese is cool, but I'm just saying, like, that's how I think now. Sometimes I've gone to tweet things and then I've realised, oh, I've just had a conversation with someone personally about something this day, and they might see that and think I'm talking. Do you know what? I've got me not tweeting this. I've got nothing to lose. Me tweeting it, I could potentially upset a relationship.
Right.
What's what? Like, you got to weigh it up sometimes. You get what I'm saying?
Reading the room, innit?
Yeah,
like
and it's just
like you know, I do really like what he's doing anyway.
I like what both of them are doing. Do you get what I'm saying?
And
like,
I don't
own a piece of either of their clothing.
Huh?
Personally, I don't own a piece of either of their clothing.
Okay.
Huh? I mean, Cortiez has got pieces I like. I think the reason I've never had a Cortiez piece of clothing is just because it's such a difficult way to get it. Like, you gotta do the password, and do you get what I'm saying? I've just never done that, but I would rock it. I think he's got some cold pieces, like, for sure. So, but I rate both of them. What they're doing as businessmen, black businessmen, they're killing it.
Absolutely.
And more power and success to
I
them.
do love
all
the
of them
stories of the guys that are behind these big brands just reaching out and saying, you know what, if you ever need anything, just let me know. I love hearing those type of things. I love when, and these are not my stories to tell, but you know, I love hearing like some of the things that Ben Jart tells me in particular of like, you know what, just let a man know, you know what I mean? Because, you know, even though some of the brands now, maybe they might turn over more or whatnot, it's just like understanding if this is new, you may never have owned a warehouse before. If you might need a link for a warehouse, like these guys, this is sick, by the way. You know, when you know, or you've grown up with people that have like just been on their hustle and whatnot, and then you go and you see their actual established, like what they've got, bruv. Like, these men have got warehouses.
I know, it's crazy.
And
Rate it.
staff.
Yeah, they're doing their thing.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Distributing internationally.
It's impressive.
Like, it's so impressive.
And
man.
shout out, I know he's probably he might have to run you a check for this, Chucky, because your platform. But shout out to Lizzie as well, since his thing.
Oh, big up Lizzie.
This
yeah.
is Lizzie.
Is that his thing?
This t-shirt's Lizzie. This t-shirt with the like thing. This vest is Lizzie.
Bust me.
This is
Yeah,
Lizzie. It's got the
me.
little magnet joints. Like, look, it's just a little. It's the little magnet closing thing.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's cold.
It's a little
as well, yeah.
Yeah, and it's reversible. You know, you're saying got the little Lizzie joint in there. Sin's doing his thing. So this is what I'm saying. Like, this is the time for streetwear brands.
Talking of fashion quickly, your guys at Fashion Week.
Who? Poet?
No.
Who?
Haas.
Oh, he's outside.
Yeah, he's at Fashion Week.
Back outside, boys.
He's back outside.
Back outside, boys.
Your guys ready to drop.
Yeah.
Your guys ready to drop.
I've seen him. He's been talking his shit on Instagram. Is that a new one?
I could not wait for Haas. What is this here?
Do you know about
Who's this?
Reece Shaboa?
What is this? Is this on topic?
Yes. So he actually just released, he just confirmed the collaboration with Cos. He's from I think West, I believe.
And he's got a collaboration with Cos. COS.
That's Cos. What's his
Cos.
name?
I love Cos.
Could we get back to that to see what everyone needs to know about? Can you tell me about that then?
Sure.
Jay Husto. So boom, like, to see that he's back, like, has made me very excited.
Yeah.
Has made me very excited, and this is what I want from Jay Huss. I want him to claim what is his to bits.
Did you see that video he dropped? The one where he's talking, just talking.
I saw it, yeah. I will be honest with you though.
Well,
the American thing, fuck that stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Everyone fuck
did
that. Huss, do you know what? Let me tell you something, yeah? Let me tell you this. I'm scared to death that Huss is going in the studio with the mind frame of, yo, these Americans, that's where that. Go in the studio and do what you do. Forget about them, man. Because you know what?
But hold on. Sorry to cut you off. If you're striving, though, I know what you're saying, but say you're striving for that.
You can. That's fine.
No, but say you're striving for that. Doesn't that technically mean you're going to jump over this here
bro.
anyway?
Striving for it, I understand. That's different. Striving for it, because obviously you can. Oh, he looks cold in that as well, by the way. You're just looking at a picture of him.
Fashion Week, yeah.
You know, you said that he doesn't do this type of stuff, by the way, but he's outside. Honourable shout out to him.
I did say that. I did say that.
But you know,
I did say that.
Fine.
He's doing it. But he watched the episode.
My thing is this.
He watched the episode.
He did watch the episode.
He watched the episode. He's back outside now.
He's back outside. And the thing is, I think he listened to me here because I'm saying you can't weaponize this. Yeah, be outside, wear Da Vinci, take pictures, smile, wear a bally, and still wear Air Forces. That's what we like. Yeah? Anyway, now, boom. You can strive for that. Like, striving for, being able to tour internationally should be something that, like, most artists should want to do. I would be surprised that they wouldn't want to do that. But I think the value in being able to do that is just by just doing you. I always use Skepta as an example, but when Skepta had that early success and all of that, I don't think that he was thinking to himself, yo, I'm gonna go and pander to them in any type of way. He just did his thing and just ended up just being a different guy. Now, naturally, obviously, he was working with some of them and whatnot, and it fits who he is as a person anyway. That fits Skeppy.
Yeah.
But you know what? The reason why it worked is because he just kept his head down and just did his thing. And so when he went out there was not even a version of him. You can't go out there and give them what they've already got. I don't believe he's going to go and do that anyway. So I'm just saying words just for the sake of saying words. But all I'm saying is that, you know what? Jay, go in the thing. Forget about them, man. It will happen for you because you're just the guy. Yeah, you've got this. We as a scene has got as far as we have got through that stage of like, you know what, let's forget about that for a minute and let's just do this. As soon as we started doing that, that's when things started to happen. Let's not get off track here.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see how he approaches this project, man. That's what I'm interested in because it's like the last project, we had no music videos. It seemed like a very personal project.
Yeah.
Wasn't many hits. I mean, you could say like Play was like probably the more commercial song with Coffee on there.
Go to us. Spotify.
But yeah, this next album, I want to see creatively where he takes it, what directions he takes it in, what features potentially he has on this album, and just what headspace he's in. Because we ain't heard from him for 3 years now.
Yeah, he's been away for a minute.
2020 is when Big Conspiracy came out, so we ain't heard from him for 3 years. So I want to see where he takes this, man. This project, to me, I know a lot of people prefer Common Sense, but for me, Big Conspiracy is his best album. Yeah, in my opinion.
I agree with that.
But Common Sense is still a great
Common
album.
Sense is cold.
But yeah,
and the intro of it is
if
incredible.
he can line it up with a third one in a row like that, he's in rarefied company. Because you're saying don't talk about US acts, but like over here in the UK, we don't even really have. Do we have acts that? Well, I don't know. You might beg to differ, but in America, you look at like who had 3 straight out the gate, like Kendrick. You say Kendrick had like 3 great albums straight out the gate.
Yeah, we're not there yet.
Or you look at like, who was Eminem, one of them? Slim Shady, Marshall Mathers. Like certain artists in America, 3. Nas arguably, Illmatic, it was written.
We're not there yet. We're not there yet.
Huss can do that. Like Huss will be in rarefied company where your first 3 projects out the gate could be classics. Like that's mad.
He'll be the only one. Dave's not on it. Dave will be on his 3rd, but I don't think he's dropping this year actually.
But Dave's got 2 already. No?
Yeah, I don't know if people would say that his 2nd is a classic. His 1st would be, in my opinion. I think Dave's 2nd album is very good. Classic. We'd have to debate that later on.
Yeah, do people talk about it in that respect?
Go to Dave. Go to
Dave. Maybe they do.
I think is this is Dave. I think there's probably an
there's an argument for it. There's an argument for it. There's an argument for it.
There's an argument for it.
Unquestionable.
I feel like with
I think Huss is unquestionable.
So that's what you're talking about.
This here, I think you could debate it, but I think that it is there though. I think if Dave delivers, which I have, he's my number 1 for me personally, and that's not about. Like, I just think Dave raps. I think he raps the best. I think he just makes very good songs. He's so talented. He can play He can play mad instruments and stuff like that. And also adding on top of that, his wordplay is incredible. And then adding to that, like the artistry side of it in regards to performances, he's got moments. So for example, the Brit Awards where I think there's 2. The one where he played the piano or whatever, and then he did the political thing and then fucking all of that shit. And then you saw the visuals on the piano and shit. And then you had the other one with the fire, and you had all them man come out, and then at the end he's playing the guitar and the fire's all coming out. Like he's got those moments.
Yeah,
too.
but I said this to you last time though. J Huss is Tupac, bro. For us, for like our thing, the way he approaches it, he's like Tupac, bro. So he doesn't have to be the best lyrically or whatever. It's the passion.
I don't want to get into this debate.
It's the passion. I'm telling you, bro.
But hear what I'm saying. I don't disagree with you.
He's Tupac.
But bro, I don't disagree with you. But you can't weaponize it when somebody does this and does it great. He hasn't done it, and he's chose not to do it. Huss has chose not to do certain things, but you can't.
What do you mean he hasn't chosen not to do what? What do you mean?
Well, you know when you.
Because he took 3 years off. Because he took 3 years off.
Okay, what was your Tupac? What was that in rebuttal? What was that rebuttal to?
I just mean like Tupac in that generation is widely regarded as the greatest in it from that generation.
Okay.
For many people, and I see in our UK scene, I see J Huss in that parallel in terms of the music he makes and how he comes across.
Yeah.
It's like he said, no pun intended. It's deeper than rap. It's like it's the way he comes across, bro. It's the passion. It's the fact that he's really a gang member, but really a musician, and he's just special. I can't explain it.
I hear that still.
I can't explain it, bro. I tried to explain it.
No, he's right.
I tried to explain it. That's why I said Tupac.
We've done this already.
But yeah, we have done this already.
He is special. Dave's special, and look, like,
Dave is definitely special.
I think as well when we have these conversations, I don't think that we do speak about Stormzy enough, and I know that Stormzy
he threw the curveball with the album, though.
He did.
Remember we were talking about what the album would be. He threw the curveball with the album.
He did.
Because it was a very different album from what we was expecting after Mel Made Me Do It. But
it also, do you know what it was? I was right in the sense that he was going to do something very different, though. Yeah, because I did say that. I said that, you know what, if there was ever a time, Stormzy would have dropped the ball completely if he would have done this on his second album. If this
He earned the respect to
He
do
earned
this
the
on his
respect to
third,
do
yeah.
that.
I respect it. Like I said, the music, that album is not for me, and I don't think he made it for people like me who just love rap.
Can I
and
just
bars.
say as well, I was never going to say this out loud, but I'm saying it. I recorded the checkup with him. We're still waiting for this to come out, by the way.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, we're still waiting. And
Is
we had
it-
a
is it-
really, really good conversation. And I hope that this sees the light of day. I
Is
have
it
to just put it out in
non-topical
the
though,
universe.
what you was talking about?
We broke down stuff and talked a lot about things. We talked a lot about things.
Did you address any?
We talked about a
Did
lot
you address
about
any
things.
of the things that you've been said on the pod and stuff?
We talked a lot about things. We talked a lot about
I hear it. No, but this is what I was gonna say as well, though. Just quickly, like Stormzy, that album that Stormzy made is produced incredibly. It's written very well. The album's not for me personally because, like I said, I like bars, I like rap. So I would have liked to have heard a rap album from Stormzy. But
we were never going to get that, though.
But I know. But I respect the fact that he's in a position where he can do what he wants, because musicians, once you sign to majors like that, especially for the amount of money he signed for, it's not easy to then just rip up the playbook and do what you want. Especially when certain sounds are trending. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Drill's trending. This is trending. For you to go, yo, I'm just gonna sing from the heart and do certain songs like Fire Babe and stuff, bro. You have to respect it.
Can I say this as well?
artist.
Actually, as you've mentioned that, yeah. So many times, I think the industry gets a super battering, and I get it, and it makes a lot of sense for why the industry gets a lot of battering, yeah. But let me tell you something. I always have to just give the biggest and most amount of ratings to Twin, both of them, Alex and Alec, because do you know what was on the line for them? Starting a whole new label, yeah, doing that label, and then Stormzy being the big guy from that like coming over, transferring and being a part of that label, yeah. These people that write the checks and all these type of stuff, they're not a part of our culture. They don't understand that. At the end of the day, they just understand numbers and relationships. Yeah. They're looking at these two guys that work within the industry that are super talented and that have and they understand culture, music, all of that type of stuff. Yeah. They've got a relationship with these guys. Also, there's bills and stuff that need to be paid, and we are banking on you to make this successful. Oh, you're gonna bring you have the power to be able to bring Stormzy over. Great, yeah, let's do it. It's a no-brainer. We're gonna make it work. Now, for Stormzy to then say, you know what, I'm gonna do what I just want to do. I'm gonna just do something completely different. These lot could have easily have said, there's too much on the line for all of us.
Next on the line.
There's too much on the line for people. Do you know what's happened here? Yeah, people have probably looked at that and said, this label's come out on. This is what the music industry done. No, these man said, do what you need to do. However you want us to support you is how we're going to support you.
The
we'll
music
do
industry
that.
wouldn't have done it like that. I don't think
They would not. That would not have
drill
seen
or something. They would. What I'm saying is they wouldn't have done it like that.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm saying if the label had their say, they would have made him do some trending sound that's trending for a black
100%.
rapper in the UK. They wouldn't have
100%.
had him do that, in my opinion.
But these lot, like, the unfortunate thing is, because they work behind the scenes, they never get to tell their story or say their part. And I will sit down with, I'm going to do that. I'm going to sit down with a few of them and just like, because they're a part of so much moments, but there's so much stories to be told in and amongst that. Even when you look at
But they just
Stormzy
like
doing,
being behind the scenes, though.
they do. But I think that
Twin
people
used to be Twin. For the youngers watching this, Twin was, he did the breakfast show on 1Extra for years and just decided, you know what?
Alec.
I want
it's
to be
important.
Twin B. I just want to be behind the scenes.
It's important though, because it's important for the young bucks that see that, like, you may not be an artist. You might not have that in you. You might not have the producer thing in you. That might not be you. But you might really have a desire to want to work within music, but not know what really happens behind it. And you might hear these jobs and whatnot. But when you hear the stories attached to some of them, that will inspire them. 100%. Stormzy didn't just leave his house and just walk to Glastonbury and go on that stage. He didn't just do that.
No.
Like, there's a whole thing around that. And there's a whole story around it. And it's mad interesting. And all the different jobs and roles and that people played into getting to that point is what I think people need to hear and know about still.
And they will, though. They will. We're going to bring the stories to the forefront.
But anyway, honourable shout out to Haas. Looking forward to seeing what he does.
Can I just give a quick shout out to Skepta as well? Because I just saw today that Praise the Lord, A$AP Rocky went 3 times platinum in America and diamond in France. And by the way, I didn't know he produced it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, safe. Skepta.
Skepta's gone, man.
That's crazy, bro.
Skepta's gone.
I rate that. And that song is categorically a timeless song in A$AP Rocky's catalogue.
Absolutely.
Like when we speak of A$AP Rocky, who's like a big US rapper or whatever, if he does a verses ever or whatever in time, that is going to be one of his banger songs to come on. It's one of his biggest songs.
Yeah, it's mad.
Greatest UK US collab ever? Is it up there?
Yes.
It could be the greatest.
Yeah. We should do an episode on that. Let's prepare for it and do it.
It might actually be the greatest, bro.
Do you know what we should do? I'm just giving them an idea now.
It's
alright, you can do it. You can do it. But we're still going to do it. Let's sit and go through all the different ones that happen, and let's then sit down and discuss them, talk about it.
I'm on it.
Clavish.
Yeah.
Clavish dropped recently.
Rap game awful.
He's looking like a super rising star at the moment.
Yeah.
I really like Clavish.
Mm-hmm.
I really like him. I think he just dropped this project here. Yeah. Listen to it in the gym, actually. At the moment, it's been the thing that I'm listening to the most in the gym. It took me a minute to finish it because it's long.
It is long. 28 songs.
I think it's too long, if I'm being honest.
Of course it's too long. We say that about Kanye and them lot when they do it, and it's 28 songs is long.
Okay.
But there's good music on there.
The production,
crazy.
Sick. His rapping ability, through the roof.
Yeah. I was impressed.
He's very good. Yeah.
I was impressed with his bars. I was impressed.
He's very good at being able to get to the point, tell a story. His cadence. There's a lot of different things that I like about him, actually. I think maybe the reason why it feels too long is because, irrespective of all of that, a lot of the time he does say a lot of the same sort of things in different ways, which I'm not mad at, by the way. I never want to weaponize that, because I always say, for me, I fucked with D Block hard, and for me, I just wanted Jada and I just wanted all of them to just tell me the same thing in different ways. However, I just wanted them to do that. Don't do any other shit, whatever. Just do this. But Styles P in particular was very good at being able to, like, obviously he gave you all the street shit, but he gave it to you from so many different angles and so many different perspectives, which is why he became my favorite. So I'm like, whenever a rapper who's doing street shit is going to make a project that long, I think you got to kind of find a way to be able to do the street shit, but attack it in different levels to keep it entertaining. Otherwise, you know what? I know it's difficult. I know it's hard, because you know what? Like, when you're just cold and you got all these songs in the thing and whatnot, you just want everybody to hear them. But you got to find a way. You got to find a way to say, you know what? This is a strong 17, and this is it. That's the hardest thing.
Yeah, because I was even watching this thing of like Quincy Jones, and he was chatting about him and MJ, and like Thriller is like, how many tracks Thriller? Like 10 tracks, 9 tracks. It's a short album, like, but it's regarded as one of the best. And he said they recorded hundreds of songs. Hundreds of songs. They're perfectionists. And they had to whittle it down to 9, 10. I'm not saying artists need to do that low, but I'm saying sometimes there's beauty in just making a concise, do you get what I'm saying? And this ain't even about Clavish. Clavish can do what he wants. But I'm just saying, for me personally as a listener, 30 songs for anyone is too long for me.
Yeah.
It's like when Donda came out and it was like, I think it was like 28, 29 songs. I was like, I can't. It's just too... Or Chris Brown was doing them ones with 35 songs. It's just too much. I want to... Do you get what I'm saying? But what I like about this project is, like you said, I feel like for him, where he is now, there was going to be a lot of pressure. Debut album, signed to Polydor. I feel like he managed to touch on a lot of topics in different ways. The wordplay, I felt like stepped up a level from like the songs I heard him put out a year ago. Yeah. So I was going into it, because you know me, I'm a bar man.
Yeah.
So I was going into it like, is there going to be development on his side? Because we've even seen rappers like Fredo, who's a similar type of street rapper, He's got better over the years.
We discussed. For me, he is most improved rapper that I think we've seen in the UK.
And him getting around Dave, that helped him.
Yeah.
You have to, iron sharpens iron. Once you get around in the studio with certain people, you have to step your game up. And I think Clavish, like even that song on there with Tef, Rimsey.
Oh, that's hard.
Crazy beat, crazy. They all body, bro. Tef. We can keep going on tangents.
Tef is fucking.
Tef has to get his flowers.
I've never ever
He's
in
one
my
of the
life
best.
been bored of listening to Tef.
But do you know what the scary thing about Tef is? Tef's always been good. He's from our generation. He's always been good, but he's still getting better.
Yeah, 100%.
He's still pushing himself. He's saying I can get better and better and better, and that's what I love. Like I love when rappers like to improve, bro. Like you can't sound the same as you did a year ago, even 2 years ago. You got to constantly improve and work on your craft. And I feel like that's what Clavish was doing on this album, man. He was dropping in nice little one-liners. Although, we're a bit older now, maybe we shouldn't like it. Just some of the cheeky bars that he was saying about girls, a couple misogynistic lines in there. You're just like, that street shit. Yeah. Like, I'm fucking with Clavish, man. He's got that hard swag to him. He's got that thing where guys are gonna like him and girls are gonna like him.
Yeah, definitely.
He's got that, and once you're in that bag, Fredo has that as well. There's a certain bag. Once you get that bag, there's a lot of money to be made.
He dresses well. He dresses well as well. Yeah, I really like Clavish, man. I think he could actually be the number one young buck out here. How old is he?
Listen,
I don't know how old he is. Is he like one of them older guys who looks young, or is he? Oh, it's like that.
I don't know. I'm just saying. Apparently, I don't know. I don't know, innit?
Alright, cool. Alright, say that.
Apparently, he's not that young, so I don't know.
Cool. Well,
this is what I heard.
Well, listen. Yeah, I don't want to.
But someone can ask him. I don't know. Ask him.
But either way, I mean, that's irrelevant. Like, he's fucking. He's good, man. He's good. I'm looking forward to seeing what he does from here on out. I'm looking to see what his performances look like and that his live shows and shit, and like. I'm just loving what's going on in the rap game at the moment, man. Yeah. I went and saw K-Trap at Coco. I just think...
Was that his show?
It was his show, yeah.
Shut it down.
And it's just like, it's so sick. I just remember when it wasn't like this, man.
Yeah, I know.
I just remember when it wasn't like this. And to see like K-Trap doing that, and then to see the reaction that Blade Brown got when he came out. Like, man, Blade Brown did Coco as well, and that sold out. He did that in December. Blade Brown, bro.
No, Blade Brown has a core following.
You see, like, when you see... the song's called Four of Us. Clavish, Young Steph, Rims, Tiny Boost. It's like, I hear that and I'm like, my life is obviously very different now. And I was never a rude boy. But there was a time in my life where I was doing some unproductive things. And let me tell you something. This would have been on it wouldn't have been D-Block for me. It would have been these man.
Yeah.
It would have been these man. These man would have just been in my whip consistently. They're, I don't know, that crop. When people tell me, you see when I hear the UK rap game's dead in that, I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I don't, like, what are we measuring this by?
Okay, do you know what I think it is? Do you know what I think it is? If me looking at it with my musical opinion. We got spitters. We've always got spitters. I just think people start looking at the music side of it then. Like, there's the ability to be able to rap on a certain beat and be cold at bars, which we've got right now in the UK. No one can deny that. But then it's like, how do you translate that into what Dave and J Hus are doing, which is making great projects.
They're not supposed. These guys are not supposed to do that.
Yeah, but why not?
These when you're saying great projects in regards to what?
Music.
Just music and not notoriety.
Great music.
Yeah, these lot. I mean, look, this is subjective to me, but last year, for me, Young Steph had easily top. I think he was my number one in regards to UK projects last year. It was in my top 3. I can't remember. I've got my.
All Eyes on Me Against the World.
I love that to
both of them. He made the second one. They're both
exactly.
Cold.
Rimsey's last project for me, cold. I still listen to this in the
Rimsey's project Cold Feet is cold. I still listen to that.
To be honest with you, Clavish is obviously taking it for me in the gym at the moment. But
you know what it is, Chuck?
But Cold Feet for me, like these guys at the moment.
You know what it is for me though? Sorry to interrupt. You know what it is for me? I love these projects and Tef, Rimsey, I'm big supporters of them. I tell them man all the time. Like I'm always like telling them I think they're the cold. I listen to their music. I just think those projects to me still sound more on the scale of mixtape than conceptual project. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, when you go to that, like, the next level of a conceptual album, like, where you're making something like that, that's where I want to see some of our best rappers graduate to. Do you get what I'm saying?
I understand that. But do you know
some
what?
of them just sound like...
You know my rebuttal to that is, yeah?
Go on.
I think that is something that these artists should aspire to doing. But there's a part of me that makes me feel like that's not for every rapper to do.
Yeah, it's not for every rapper. It's not.
I think certain rappers are in a field, and like, this is just where they're supposed to be, and obviously they're supposed to make. I know it sounds like I'm putting them in a box here, yeah.
Yeah, like,
I hope people
boundary.
understand what I mean, but it's like they do the street shit, and they do the street shit so well, and you provide something for a demographic of people by doing that. And you're just supposed to be the coldest at that. And then there's like one or two that come out of that end up doing something or making these like these other type of sick albums from that, like maybe like a Dave or whatever it may be. But I just don't think that you judge these guys the same. And I think that we're in a place here where it's so good now that these guys are able to just do that, and they're able to make a really good living off doing that.
That's incredible.
And that's for me.
No, that's incredible. I just feel like...
It's like, but in a nutshell, everyone has a role. And it's like, even though I get it, the aspiration is supposed to be, you know what, like, you know, sharpen up on making it like more of a body of work or whatever it is. I just think for some rappers, that's just not even their thing.
Yeah, I mean, look, if they want to do that, there's an ecosystem for them to eat and do that and tour and that's sick and make the music they want to make. I just think like, if you want to be an artist, there's a rapper and there's an artist. And, you know, once you go in there and make music, you're making art.
Yes.
Once you lay your vocals on the beat and it gets mixed down and whatever, and you have a producer, and that's a piece of art. That's a master recording and it's a piece of art. But there's levels in it. Like, how much do you want to grow as an artist? How creative do you want to become? How much do you want to expand? Do you know what I'm saying? Or do you want to just stay there and just rap on beats and do that? That's fine. But I'm just saying, if the legacy sometimes can get bigger, you can have legacy just in the streets as well, but the legacy can become even bigger and greater if your aspirations and your artistry can grow. And I think that's even what Stormzy was doing with this album, and certain people just look at it from that perspective. Do you get what I'm saying? But you're right, that's not for everyone.
It's not for everyone, and the thing is,
I think that's how some of them get more of their flowers.
For me, these guys are alive and thriving. For me, do you understand what I'm saying? It's not that, but they're alive and thriving, and for me, that's great. Because there's other rappers over here that are just thriving in a different way, and they're just doing their thing, and it's like, this is good for me. This is what alive means. We can't all be over there, and we can't all be. And if we're all down here, then it's a shit show. But like, you know what? If I want to go and get a bit of that, I can get that. If I want to get a little bit of this, I can go and I can do this without going over there. Now, of course, I'm going to go over there anyway because there's good shit over there. But if I didn't want to, I could stay here and be fully immersed in just this and this.
Yeah.
That to me is what alive is. But
I rate all of them, man. Keep doing your thing. It's just a great time. It's a great time to be a UK artist. It's a great time to be a UK streetwear brand.
Yes.
It's just a great time to be a part of this economy, man, in the culture.
And just to wrap up, just very lastly.
Yeah.
Frank Ocean is a lot better than The Weeknd. I'm sorry.
Did you do it? Yeah.
I saw it. A really good conversation. The reason why I'm mentioning this, by the way, is that Mitch has a podcast. The podcast is called
Double Down Podcast. We just brought the visuals back.
Six Studio.
Yeah, thank you. It's Pep Star Studio.
Honourable shout out to Pep Star.
Yeah, man, we brought the visuals back. We've been doing the audio for a while, but we was like, nope, let's attack it now.
Definitely.
We're going to start getting guests on as well. We're just finding our feet again.
It lives on your YouTube channel.
It's on my YouTube channel, Craig Mitch. But you can type in Double Down Podcast, check that out. Chucky's been on it in the past, but we got a new studio now, so we're going to get Chucky in again. We're going to get those people in again. And just have good conversation, man. We talk a lot of music there, so if you like the music conversation I have with Chucky here, come check it out, man.
You're going to be more my music correspondent still, Car. Discuss, you know what I mean?
I hear you.
You know what I mean? You can unpack it with me a certain type of way.
No,
I like that.
The music.
But, you know, like, just because you'd already discussed this and we're going to move on. I need to do Poets Howlers as well.
Yeah.
I've only ever thought The Weeknd was good. You know that. So I like the trilogy stuff. I like the trilogy stuff. I like Starboy. Past that, I'm not really thing, but I understood his greatness though. So, and for me, a lot of that greatness, which is what maybe Frank Ocean doesn't have, and I think you might have touched on it before, is like the artistic flamboyance. Like I've gone and seen The Weeknd, like his live shows and that and whatever. I would like it. Just there's a lot going on. It just looks fucking sick. Do you get what I'm saying? But in regards to like him, I've only ever thought this guy's good. With Frank Ocean, I've always heard Frank Ocean and thought this guy is cold.
Yeah.
For me. But he's not like could I say that The Weeknd is overrated? Oh no way.
Nah, but
no way.
I just think like
no way.
I don't know. Like for me, Frank Ocean's better than The Weeknd, man. But yeah, The Weeknd does what he does very, very, very well.
Yeah,
he does it at a high level. He's very consistent. Like that's another thing. Like we were speaking about Jay Huss and that. Like the Frank Ocean's, it's not present, bro.
Yeah.
Blonde came out in like 2016, 17.
Yeah, he's not been out.
We're talking like seven years, bro. Like that's mental. 6-7 years. The Weeknd's dropping projects yearly.
Has Frank Ocean got a boyfriend now or something? Why is he just
probably
what's going on?
He finessed the label.
Yeah, he finessed.
Yeah, I think he don't fuck with the label.
Jam for 20 million. No, he finessed Apple Music for 20 million.
He said, "Fuck them, man."
20 million.
He said, "You know what? Fuck them, man." He probably, do you know what he's gonna do? He's gonna probably come back and change his name.
Do you know how much money he's making off jewelry though? You know he's got a jewelry brand called Homer.
No.
You don't know about this?
No.
Drake bought, so he sells like jewelry, certain necklaces. Drake's been wearing one of them. Drake bought one of his necklaces for 2 million.
Really?
He was selling a necklace chain diamond thing for 2 million. That was a retail price, not resale. Retail price.
Mental.
It's 2 million and Drake bought it. So you know if you're selling jewelry pieces
That's
for 2
crazy.
million, music ain't really got to run like that.
Yeah,
you
you're
get what I'm
good.
saying? It's only going to run if you're in that creative space and you want to do it. Because the jewelry, you got, this is mad.
Yeah, it's nuts. Do you know what? I didn't even know that. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
Free, yeah?
Huh?
The diamonds are confident.
I don't know.
So, before I leave here,
Yeah.
Poets Howlers.
Yes, Chucky, wagwan my people of the HC podcast. Now, as you know, because I know you've been on my Instagram, because it's that live, unfortunately, I can't be there today, but I'm always here in spirit, like Ray and his nephew.
Strong.
We should start off with this howler. You're damn right, there's howlers. Firstly, one thing I don't like is cheating, unless it's me.
Right.
Definitely not PK and Shakira. Yes, PK cheated on Shakira last year sometime, and unfortunately the relationship that was once so beautiful has now turned sour. The question is, how did Shakira find out that my man was cheating? Well, as you know, Shakira is a global star, so she left that wonderful house in Spain to go and do some works. As she returned, she went into the kitchen. She had a little snoop around. Big man, she picked up a one strawberry jam that she took from the cupboard and noticed it had been eaten. Now everyone's gonna go, but why is that a suspicious thing? I'll tell you why. Gerard PK has never had strawberry jam in his life.
All right.
I heard he confessed to everything afterwards. Shakira, I'm here for you.
Do you know what he could have said? I'll be honest with you. Do you know what? Being confronted in that situation, I've got the excuse that he could have used. I was having a wank and I was experimenting with the vibes.
That's crazy, bro. What?
You can't think of that on the spot.
Strong. I was like, I've run out of fucking whatever the thing was. I'm gonna be honest
You're
with
not
you.
even.
Can I be honest with you? What was it? It was jam.
No, but you're not even deep in the disrespect though, Chucky. You're not deep in the disrespect. You beat a ting in the yard and she's gone into your cupboard and ate some of the jam.
That's fucking insane.
Do you know how wild that is? So you're sitting there and she's like, "Oh, you want breakfast? Yeah. Have you got jam? Yeah, there's jam in the cupboard."
That is fucking
So
crazy.
you beat and then eat your wife's jam.
Yeah, it's nuts.
That's crazy, bro. Like what? That's how you're slipping up. So what else was she doing in there? Just taking any other thing she wanted to do.
Yeah, she got way too comfortable. That means she's been in the yard
Using
bare
the
times.
toothpaste, doing all of this, eating the jam.
We got one more.
Oh, Chucky, the howlers don't stop. So I want the people to know that this young man right here has spent $5,000. And I'm not quite sure. That's probably like, what, 3.5, 4 grand. So he spent quite a bit of money on a female. He's flew this female out, taken her to a restaurant, done all of these wonderful things, only for her to tell him, "Don't touch me." Now, he seems to be quite upset Big man, it's a stinker. It's a stinker. It's a stinker. Would you spend 10 grand on a car to know that you can't drive it? What the hell is this? You had a Howler. Just because you spent money, it doesn't mean that you're entitled to touch this woman. That's
Right.
how life works, my brother. You have a mutual agreement between two people, which is a feeling, spiritual. It feels nice. It doesn't look like that feels nice, but you want this girl to lay in a bed with you and touch you up. He had a stinker. Next time you spend that much money, 5 grand, get a prostitute. It might even be cheaper, big man. You had a stinker.
Exactly. 5 bags. Do you know what? He spent 5 bags. This is it here.
Let me explain to y'all the story. I flew this way from Indiana. You know what I'm saying? Been talking to her on Instagram for months.
This guy he had a fucking massive stinker. Poet is so right. Listen, if you're gonna spend 5 bags here, and you're gonna do that, and you want a guaranteed chop, whoa, and 95% like it's on the cards, just get a prostitute. She still might say no, and you still have to respect that she's saying no. But then obviously at least you can get a refund. But if you're just chatting to a gal and you're bringing her over with the thought of thinking that she has to chop you, then nah, you're going mad if she says no. 5 racks.
He is burning. He's
fucking-
burning so much
he's
that
pissed.
he filmed her and put that on the internet himself.
Yes.
Stinks. That is reeks, bro. That is horrible,
Yeah,
bro.
it's a
Like
big
you
stinker.
actually, what did you think? What was the reaction he thought he was gonna get from that? Did he think it
God
would
knows.
Did he think males would get behind him and
Definitely.
be like, yeah, like,
Do you know what it was? His WhatsApp group gassed him up first, and they weren't thinking properly. They were just looking at the fact that this is his friend. That's it.
He's embarrassed himself,
Yeah.
bro. That's embarrassing, man. Like, and it's not even just about the money. Like, it could have been.
He's made himself
It could
look
have
like
been
a-
50 quid. It's the fact that you filmed it and put it on there, trying to embarrass her,
Dickhead
and you made
thing.
yourself look just stupid.
Dickhead thing. Mitch, love for coming through, my brother.
My guy, always a pleasure.
Subscribe, by the way, and remember we got a Clips channel. The Clips channel is HC Clips, Hcpod Clips.
Hcpod clip.
Yeah, Hcpod Clips. Like, go over there. This will be all broken down into clips, plus some of the old stuff. So yeah, go over there. And what was that one thing that you wanted us to know about? The guy with Cos?
Yaboa.
Reese Yaboa.
Yeah.
That's big. I love Cos.
Yeah, Cos is cold.
This is also another big thing.
Oh, sick. Where is he from? Grove?
I believe so. I believe he's from West. I'm not going to say he's from...
I'm not gonna lie, West has it with the fashion thing. West
I know
has it.
A lot of my boys who are from West have been bigging him up. And they know
Is it, yeah?
I assume he's from West.
Alright, say no more.
I think he was also behind St. London.
Okay. Alright, well, big him up anyway. Love and guidance every time. Thanks for listening, everyone, yeah? Mitch, love every time.
Love.